big day in Major League Baseball is upon us. It's going to look a little different today. No, you're not going to find it on ESPN. You're not going to find it on Peacock.
No.
You won't find it on Apple TV.
No.
You'll have
nor MLB Network.
Nor the MLB Network. What's the other one? Roku? Nope, not going to find it there either. You'll have to get into your Netflix and chill mode. Major League Baseball is coming to you via Netflix.
I talked about this last night, Tony. I'm fine with it, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Why did we need to put it on Netflix? The first game of the year, you've already put behind a paywall.
I will say that. Matter of fact, it might have been you that made this point. Because I think Chris asked, why would they go to Netflix? And you think you pulled up
it's
the fact
the subscribers.
They have the most subscribers.
Yeah, I know. But really, who's watching this in Turkmenistan? No one is watching this in Turkmenistan.
Don't fool yourself, though. It may not look the same way the NFL does, but this is a global game.
I fully buy that. It's more global than I think is in the football.
Indeed it is. So I don't know the answer to the question of who will be watching it and where.
Turkmenistan.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that, but there will be a lot of people watching it outside of the United States.
You're right about that. I'm curious to see what numbers are like after, because this is the first opening day game that has been behind a paywall. So I want to see what that does. And then you know what's going to happen? Record numbers. That's what's going to happen.
We're going to find out. Netflix has been pretty good in these big events.
Thank goodness they worked out all the kinks from the beginning.
So you know what? We should be thanking Mike Tyson and Jake Paul because do you remember all of the I don't know if you watched that, but there was a whole bunch of slowing down and like stoppages. People were buffering. Sure. So they had to work out some of the kinks. I think Major League Baseball is arriving at the right time, right? Netflix has been on the NFL has been on Netflix.
Yeah.
NBA, I think, has been
I'm not sure about them.
NFL definitely.
NFL's Christmas games on Netflix.
So they've had a run at this. So we'll see how it goes. I reserve the right to feel one way or the other after we get a chance to see it at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific time. It's in San Francisco. It makes sense. It's in San Francisco. Logan Webb, like Chris and I are doing this thing, Tony, and we invited you in, but sometimes it's going to get weird. But at the end of each show, Chris and I are going to pick someone to get a hit, and we're going to try to see how long we can get the streak going. So Chris has already
just a hit,
and it's all through everyone through baseball. And during the streak, you cannot use the same guy twice. So Chris went Casey Schmidt to start.
Oh, that's what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris went Casey Schmidt to start.
I was kind of listening, but I kind of wasn't. So I heard Casey Schmidt's name.
Yeah. So he's going to take Casey Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take Aaron Judge, but he looks so bad in the World Baseball Classic, Tony. I don't know if I could take him.
Judge.
I still feel the wind from his swings through the ball.
And the New York Yankees will clash with Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. MLB opening night. Yankees. Giants live on Netflix tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, as I said.
So who would you choose?
Out of those two?
No, just out of everyone that's going to be Rafael Devers, Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham.
I'm taking Lee.
Jung Hoo Lee?
Yep.
For a hit. Okay.
You're talking about like a base hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't expect for you to say him.
Well, that's for a hit. I'm going to say him, and I just get to pick one.
You just get to pick one.
Okay, yeah. I'm going with
All right, I'm going to take Tony's pick, and because he's not actually a part of the game, and no one will ever tell Chris that Tony gave
someone's going to tell you. Someone's going to tell
you. You know what also is very upsetting is that you got a free point yesterday during Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
I was going to call it, dog. I know you don't want to believe me, but it was going to happen one way or another. Chris just, excuse me, let me try it again. I'm not going to lie to you. I was lightweight upset with Chris when he did it. Like if you go back and look at my face when he said it, it was more an irritation because I was like, did you just take a point away? Is he gonna end up having to take that point away from me?
I think he saw you and he was like, I can't take a point away from him. He looks angry over there.
I was like, I had that one in the chamber, and he blurted it out. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, that was funny. Anyway, I thought I listened to that like 3 times last night, and I just started laughing because he was so sure. He was like, "It was Gary Kubiak."
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. A big shout out to my partner, Jesse Agler. He has been extended, multi-year extension for Jesse.
Well deserved.
Super duper well deserved. We'll have Jesse on a little later on in the show. I actually haven't sent that time text yet. I probably should now.
I have a lot of texts that are drafted that don't ever get sent. It's just a problem.
Just sitting there without actually being pressed.
I should just schedule it because sometimes I draft them as soon as I think about it, and then I'll go back in later and hit. I should just schedule it to go because I know I'm not going to remember.
Text?
Android baby. Android baby.
Can I do that?
I don't know. Can iPhones do scheduled text?
I don't think so.
Oh, guess what? There's going to be a new update soon with the scheduled text feature in the iMessage. I thought iMessage was the greatest message service in the world.
It is. That's why there will be an update where it allows us to do that at some point. We won't have to get a new phone. We just update our stuff, son.
I'm fired up because I ate a bunch of wings before the show.
Me too.
Chicken.
Epic
tenders.
Wings came through for your boys today. I know Chris is probably very sad he missed out on the Epic Wings. I went with I know you went with chicken fingers too, right?
Yeah,
chicken strips.
Yeah, because I'm a no boner type of guy. That's what I'm calling it.
You can't make up your.
I don't
make up
eat
your own
chicken
name.
Wings with bones, so I'm a no boner.
I think it's better you just say you don't eat chicken with bones in it, which is weird to begin with. We won't even go down this path again. But big shout out to Epic Wings for taking care of us today.
You think I was going to walk in here?
Are you proud of yourself?
You know, I tried to run it by him earlier, and he didn't respond, so I thought it wasn't too bad. I am very proud of myself.
Oh,
I thought about that on the drive down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to call boneless wings now. No boners.
Anyway, I'm having a hard time getting my stuff together here. Fernando looks like he's ready to take off. We talked a little bit about that. Sounds like the Padres plan on somehow tricking Manny into taking more time.
Tricking is the great way to put it.
Because I know he is not happy about this. I know he's not. And I think there's probably an element of him understanding why they want to do it, but I don't think that's when it actually is time for that to happen, especially if it's going to be more than once.
Yeah.
I just think this is going to get tougher.
I think it's going to get tougher too, but the funny interaction, according to Kevin Acey's article, was Manny says, I will rest when I'm dead, basically. And Craig Stammen said, no, we're going to get him some more time off. And then as you read through the article, Manny definitely understands that he probably needs to take a little bit more time off because last year, the end to the season was one of his poorer ends to the season since he's been a Padre. And Mike Schilt was stuck in a tough spot. And this is all in the article. So go to San Diego Union Tribune to Kevin Acey's article. He was tough. At one point, Manny was the only guy hitting on the team.
Yeah.
And so you had to stick with him. And that may have been a little bit too much, but you had no other choice.
I think this is where they're hopeful the lineup can support Manny and being able to get him a day or two, because there's no doubt it certainly rest would help. I think one of the things I think we all love about Manny is that he wants to play. He's not trying to miss time. His ankle could be turned sideways. He's going to find a way to contribute somehow. I think we all can appreciate that. However, especially as you get to the back end of the season, if you can have just a little bit fresher Manny Machado, I have to assume that that's a positive thing.
It's definitely a positive thing. So I don't know how it works or how it looks. Like when they say they're going to get him off his feet, are they going to DH him or is he fully going to be off for the day?
Well, my guess is that they're talking full day off because he did the DH thing often last year. And I'm sure that's great. But a full day of recharging, like not necessarily taking any swings, like just
letting your body rest.
Can't hurt.
He's going to be 34 at some point throughout the season, and he said in the article, I've taken care of my body to play long or have longevity.
Let me tell you, Manny's going to be 34. You know, when you're young and you're playing this game and you're training in between seasons, you're young, you can try some new stuff, right? You can do some Olympic lifting, is what I'm what's in my mind. And Manny was doing some of that. He was doing some hanging, some hang cleaning, some hang pulls. That's not stuff that you see a guy who's 33, 34 doing often. But the fact that he was fresh enough or felt good enough to do it, see how it pays off during the season. But as always, I think you can book what you're going to get from Manny Machado.
Yeah, you're going to get what you get.
No matter what it looks like at any given point in time, you're going to get the goods when it's all said and done.
Yes, you will.
All right, let's get to break. We got lots more. Taylor Twellman will join us, talk a little MLS later in the hour. Jesse Agler mentioned that. Dave Vasse. He continues our NL West preview.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
We do the Dodgers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shohei strikes out 11 yesterday. They still lost the game, but he struck out 11.
Did they lose the game?
The last thing I saw, it was like top of the ninth or something. And it was 3-0 Angels.
What game did I saw? I saw like a 10-1. That must have been the day before.
Maybe. Well, now I have to go check, but you could send us to break.
All right. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best?
So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. You know, if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave. You know,
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college kids, huh?
That's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, well, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
That was your thought process? The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
This is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
Yeah, I think it does equal that scrape.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I would have forgot about it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. Wow. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling. And I'm like, what? Never do that. Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that isn't a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players' passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh, no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori, and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy. Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? I mean, she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Scrape. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well,
it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... Okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes.
$218, just chilling on this last regular people day that I have.
Regular people day.
You work a 9 to 5, and then you go home, you make sure your kids are set, and then I turn into it's a different lifestyle starting tomorrow.
I've never asked you this, but what do your kids think about when you travel? Do they hate it? Do they love it?
I think it's second nature to them. I've literally been doing it since they
That's a good point.
Have been born. Trey's probably the only one that has some questions about it a lot of times. Like,
are you leaving?
Exactly. But he also is really into baseball, so he kind of understands it as well. So we did hear from some Padres, speaking of which, today. Obviously, the workout gone down. We still don't have an official roster yet.
No. I
hate to tell you guys, you're probably not getting it until, deadline tomorrow.
I'm being Chris right now. Rah!
You could get it tonight.
I need it.
No, you don't.
I know. We already know what the roster's going to look like to begin with.
You don't need it. Listen, there could be. I can't see there being any surprises.
Do you think they
maybe if there's like a chance at a surprise, maybe Bowen finds his way on the roster, but then that would mean
someone else got to go.
I mean, Bryce is probably the one that has to go. I mean, he had a good spring too. What you're going to get from him. So I don't think that happens. By the way,
yeah.
But I'd say that's probably the only possible surprise.
One of the other kind of thoughts out there was they would use one less bullpen arm and they would have 5 bench spots.
Well, how many off days do you have early?
You
got one on Sunday,
and then you got one on Thursday. So 2 in the first 3 series of the season.
So they could do that. I don't know.
The reason I asked that,
I don't know if they want to have. Here's the deal: it's the beginning of the season. Your pitching's already a little beat up, right? I mean, Joe's going to start the year on the IL. Everybody else slots up behind him, so that means Vasse moves to 3, Buehler to 4. And we're assuming Marquez to 5. We're assuming. I want to make that clear.
Yes, they've leaned towards that, it seems.
So I don't know if you want to have and these guys aren't going more than 5 innings, 90 pitches.
Also a good point.
So I don't know if you want to have less arms, just have an extra bench player at the beginning of the week. Now maybe the off days allow you to do that. I'm not very good at the whole pitcher math and how that actually works, but I don't know.
Well, Chris and I were talking about this the other day because Sung Moon it's Sung Moon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sung Moon Song was dealing with an oblique issue. Obviously didn't have to go on the IL because it was spring training, but then he played in the final game. So does that mean his oblique is cool and he has a chance to be on this roster, or do we think he's probably going to start IL?
I think it's highly likely he's going to start IL.
Okay.
Playing one game is not enough to tell you if you're good, but if a dude has been hurt and it can buy you some more time, why not take that time?
Especially with an oblique.
Yeah. I mean, not even that, just more time to kind of see how the roster settles in the first couple of weeks.
Well, we know Ty France is going to be on it.
We do. We heard from Ty today.
Yes, we did. Oh.
So let's hear from him.
Okay, well, I should set it up. They're asking him what he is looking to bring to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think this spring was a little different than past where, I was coming in completely fighting for a job. And, it was fun. It brought that competitor out again. And, to the value that I bring to the team, I'm just, whatever they need from me. I know that's very, very vague, but, whether that's first, second, third, bat off the bench, just excited to be back here.
How'd Craig tell you?
Called me in the office. I had a deadline on when they had to tell me by. And, just called me in the office and it was like 7 a.m, but, it was good news.
Bit of an interesting spring with guys coming in and out for the WBC and all that. How do you feel like this clubhouse has kind of gelled and prepared for the season for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, the guys that were at the WBC were, our core pieces. So, they obviously fit right in right when they got back. And, kind of touched on it earlier. It's a good group in here. And it's fun, a lot of energy, the stuff that Toddy can do, that Jackson can do, that Manny does. So, yeah, I'm excited. I've watched from afar the last few years on how fun this group is. So excited to be back here.
Ty France had a great camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just funny to see somebody like grow up in a way. Like he left San Diego State kind of like this, wide-eyed young dude. Now this dude's like a grizzled vet.
He was won a Gold Glove, right?
Not to mention he's golden.
Yeah, I was asking
golden
this,
at first base. By the way, it wasn't his natural position. He came up as a third baseman.
I was asking this question on the Scraby Show last night. Why did so many teams pass on him? I don't get it.
I think it had nothing to do with his defense.
No, I know,
defense.
But like, there's no other team out there that wanted him.
I think Ty would tell you he kind of got away from the things that made him successful. I think he would tell you that he kind of, bought into some of the new kind of ideas, and I think it ended up costing him in a way. And I think he got back to the basics, and he had like maybe the first week where it wasn't good. And I was like, I don't say anything to anybody because it's just, I respect all these guys far too much to be interfering.
It's like, okay, guy.
But this exactly.
Go back to your booth now.
Exactly. But I know Ty, and I know the things that have made him successful. So I was like, I'm telling you, it was like one more at bat away from being like, hey man, this is what I see. But I stopped myself. I didn't say anything. And the very next day he hit, it was in Goodyear. He hit 3 balls on the screws. He only got, I think, 1 hit for it. Or he might have got 2. But it was clear at that point, okay, I think he figured it out. And I sent him a text that night. I said, hey, man, nice. I said, good bleep, nice adjustment today. And he texted me back. He said, thank you. And then from that point on, he just hit. And so it was fun to see him, because having been in that spot where you were coming in, fighting for a job, and the other dudes get off to a good start, it could be mentally you got to dig in. And he dug in, man, and he put together a really good camp, played all over the field, played some second base, played some third, played some first. He's going to be a valuable piece, I think, off the bench.
Yeah, definitely. I always liked Ty France, especially when he was with the Padres. I think Chris asked him or said something when you guys were interviewing him, like, you left the team, and he goes, "No, hey, I didn't want to leave the team. That was not my choice.
They got rid of me." Yeah. No.
But then he got to go. I mean, he's got valuable playoff experience now. He's played in a World
win
Series.
away from a World Series. He was a couple outs away from a World Series.
So even though at the time the trade may have been a little bit of a bummer for him, he definitely got great experience being away from the Padres, and he can bring that back now. How many of those guys have played in a World Series on this team? Manny Machado.
About it.
It's not Fernando, not Jackson.
Has you played in the World Series?
Yeah, he was with the Dodgers. What about Laureano? Because he was with the A's for a long time. It seems like you got Gavin Sheets. No.
I think
Jake Cronenworth. No. Xander, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. He's won 2, I believe.
He's got a few.
Do you want to hear from Mason Miller?
Why not? Let's hear from Mason.
All right, here's Mason talking about getting back on track.
Yeah, I think the gelling is a team problem. It's not an issue at all. You know, we have an awesome group of guys. You know, you look around the locker room and you just see great guys everywhere you look. So just getting back and, you know, obviously flipping the page a little bit. But, you know, that's what we do as ball players. You know, it's get ready and play as a cohesive unit, and we're ready to go.
Mason, this is your first opening day as a Padre here at Petco Park after getting the experience of playing here last year. What's your level of anticipation for opening day in this place in particular?
Yeah, they set the bar really high last year, so I have every anticipation that that's going to be the same way all year this year.
This is a very deep bullpen, a lot of talent.
Go ahead, you can fade out old Sam.
Oh, well, Sam was asking such a great question. You missed it last week when I got to make fun of him because he sounded like he just ran a marathon. He was like, "Hey, Craig, how was the game today?"
Did you tell him that?
No, I forgot. Actually,
man, that's funny. Knowing Sam, he was probably rushing down there to get to him before he left the building.
Yeah,
Mason, man. I mean, listen, I think you know, Chris's pick yesterday
for Cy Young of the NL West.
It's not a crazy idea.
It's
and
not.
I'm not even just talking NL West. Like he has the type of arm that could, if the Padres have like a great year, he could find himself in that conversation.
He could have upwards of 50 saves if the Padres are doing their thing.
I don't know that they would run him out there that many times. It feels like
I forget about that part.
You know,
it's like he could save 75 games,
and they have so many arms that can do it too.
That's true.
This will be the first bullpen I think since, you know, maybe 2010 that I can remember with the Padres that has a backup 7th inning setup man closer that they could put together.
Yeah.
When I was here in 10, we ran out there. Oh, I gotta remember everybody's name. Our first group obviously was Gregerson, Adams, Bell, but then like in the case that they weren't right, I mean Ernesto Frieri was an arm. There were like 2 other guys that you could like hand the ball off to and feel more than comfortable that they can get the job done.
They definitely, AJ Preller has built this because you got Jeremiah Estrada. Excuse me, you got Adrian Morjon if they need it. You got Jason Adam when he comes back. You got even David Morgan if you're really in a pinch. You got plenty of guys. Yeah,
Bragley, yeah. I mean, so you got some guys that can power the baseball. All right, let's get to break. Scraby's squinting his eyes anymore. He's gonna fall asleep. Let's get to is it Taylor coming up next?
Yes, Taylor Twellman.
Taylor Twellman, MLS, SDFC when we return.
Gwynn and
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Beaver, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there or something.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm
that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Beaver, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there or something.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm
that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Good.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't.
It off completely.
I don't think you can hear it.
I don't
to be
know. When I
honest.
grew up listening to sports talk radio, their voices would come on, the music would still kind of be playing, and it faded.
You know what I'm going to blame it?
They would, fade it down like that. You know what I'm saying?
So it can't go like this. And you hear me hitting all the buttons.
That seems a bit abrupt. It's just my thought on it. 236, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Scraby, Chris Zello, idle for now. 4 o'clock. He's supposed to join us. Chris is getting an opportunity to call his Aztec ladies in what tournament is this?
It's the Women's Basketball Invitational.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the big schools, and he gets to go to, was it
Kansas?
Yeah, he's going to Kansas. Is it something Fieldhouse?
Yes, I think it's where the Jayhawks play.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so he gets to go there for the first time. He's very excited.
That's
kind of
cool.
That is cool. I mean, I guess this is like a newer tournament for NCAA, but they're trying to put it out there because the women's side, all the bad teams end up making the tournament, and all the good teams end up sitting at home. It seems like I don't understand it.
I don't think there's a perfect answer to any of this. Someone's going to get left behind often.
Okay, so the teams that lost by 50 or more the other day, they should not have been there
this year, but they don't always lose by 50 or more.
No.
I guess in the women, they kind of do get.
They do. It gets a little crazy there.
They get beat up.
Like UConn was full court pressing. It was hard to watch because they could not get the ball off the court.
Was that Syracuse?
Syracuse could not get the ball off the court.
That was rough.
It gave me anxiety because, like, I haven't played basketball.
Hurry!
I haven't played basketball since 8th grade, and full court pressing really got me. I hated it. It's aggressive.
It's oh wow! It's just a reminder of how good a shape I used to be in. Being able to play full court press basketball is crazy. Watching these kids do it now. You Darvish, I don't know if you saw this, being expected to be put on the restricted list. Restricted list basically prevents him from really being able to go anywhere else. He's hurt for the year. Now, obviously, most guys I don't think go on the restricted list. I think they're just on the IL. But I think given the circumstances that he is retired or sounds like he's going to retire, that might be the way to go about it.
What does that mean for his money? Does that money free up for the Padres? Is that $16 million off the books once you go on the restricted list?
Yes.
Okay, so now they have $16 million extra dollars.
I mean, I think they already have that money. I don't.
I mean, yeah, they probably do.
I
but
think they have it.
We found some more for them.
And I think that has been. I think that's been counted on the whole time.
Okay.
So there's that. We await to hear from Taylor Twellman. Talk a little MLS soccer. A little bit it's kind of a bad draw against Salt Lake. We'll get into some of that conversation with Taylor. He's always a blast to have on this show. What else we got? Oh, are you guys seeing this? So the 65 game NBA rule, right?
Oh,
seeing some of the conversation.
Is a tailor-made story for our show.
It is indeed. And it's interesting because
explain it a little bit.
So, as you guys know, those of you who follow the NBA, there had been a little bit of an issue of guys not playing. And not only from the fan standpoint, but from the players who are competing for some of these awards. There were guys who were playing half a seasons that were first team All-NBA, second team All-NBA. Their numbers look good because they had only gone to work, as my man Jaylen Brown said, they only gone to work half the time. And so, I mean, he was the first player I heard speak on it in that way. Like, yeah, I like the 65 game rule because you got to earn the right to win. Guys were winning. It wasn't just that they were sitting out games. Guys were winning big awards that have effect on what you can make only playing half seasons. Now, this hasn't been a problem, but to this year it has. Cade Cunningham, who is out right now because he has a collapsed lung, is going to end up short of the 65 games. And he is having an MVP type season.
Yeah.
And so now the conversation is kicked up. Is the 65 games too strong? I don't think it is. I think there should be some exceptions. Like there should be like an arbitrator that maybe in these extenuating circumstances can take on an idea of, hey, listen,
He's got a collapsed lung.
Right. He hadn't missed very many games at all.
Yeah.
But this collapsed lung is going to keep him out. He's going to finish, let's say, with 62, 63 games. That's tough.
This rule should only apply to the people that load manage. That's why this rule is there.
I heard a great stat from Stephen A. Smith this morning, and I don't listen to a whole lot of Stephen A. anymore, but he said that before the rule was instituted, 59% of all-stars were playing 65 games or more. After the first year of it, the number went up to 75% of all-stars were playing 65 games or more. Do you know what it was 10 years ago?
What?
95% of all-stars were playing 65 games or more.
That's a
so
major
it's clear
difference.
that the rule works, but it is catching a few tough ones in kind of in the webbing a little bit. And Cade Cunningham's one of them. So we'll see how that goes moving forward.
Now SGA is just gonna take over and take the MVP.
Hey, he definitely posts.
He posts.
You see a lot of SGA. You might see some foul baiting go along with it, but
he posts, but he also extends his arm. I honestly, Tony, when you're not here, Chris likes to get on this a lot, and everybody's coming to my side now. SGA pushes off every time.
He's standing on that hill, huh?
Yeah, we're waiting for Taylor Twellman. If you can't tell, that's when I get into my Chris impressions. Is when we're trying to kill time. He'll be calling here shortly, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, they need to figure out something because too many guys are load managing.
Oh, no, that's not the problem this year. We've discovered that. I know you kind of went back to that, but
well, that's what it will be for me.
The problem is that Cade Cunningham is
no, I know, but
not going to be eligible because
he should, like you said, there needs to be some sort of arbitrator that comes in and says, hey, this guy had a legit injury. He couldn't have played 65 games. I mean, 65 games is a lot. You're only getting 17 games to miss. I mean, that's not a ton.
Let's pivot here for a second.
Okay.
Let's go ABS. I found this to be kind of funny. Right now, there is an umpire, a former umpire. I believe his name is it Robert Garcia? But you guys would know him. Padre fans know him as the umpire that did not call strike 3 against Tino Martinez in the World Series. The very next pitch led to a grand slam, and you could argue perhaps changed the way that series was going. Anyway.
And it's not an argument. I think it's a reality.
the Mr. Garcia says that he has concerns of the ABS having a long, lingering effect on umpires because they're being humiliated in front of 35 to 44,000 fans.
Get off our show!
Do I care? How many times have you humiliated a baseball player in front of everyone?
That is a good point there,
like
player.
That's ridiculous. Do not give me we need to be nicer to our umpires. They're going to be so hurt. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
Sorry, it was Richie Garcia. That's who was the one that made the statement about umpires being humiliated. He says, I think it's embarrassing to the umpires that are calling the game. Nobody likes to be humiliated in front of 30, 40,000 people. What Major League Baseball is saying is, I don't trust the umpire strike zone. Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying.
It's the point, sir.
So I'm going to use something. Oh, this is where I'm sure where he lost a couple of people. I'm going to use something that's going to be operated by some computer geek that knows nothing about baseball.
Wow.
And he's the one that's going to measure this and measure that because he's got a PhD in physics or whatever the hell he's gotten a degree in. And so, that's Richie Garcia's thought on this ABS. I, for one, think it's going to be great. I think it's going to eliminate some of these late game calls that have you guys all in a tizzy like the WBC.
You know, after every game that something happens with the ABS, I'm going to feel bad for the umpire. I'm going to post something for him, like pour one out for the umpire after that.
Let's get to our phone line. Taylor Twellman joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. Taylor does the Apple TV broadcast games for MLS. Taylor, how are you, man, my friend? Thank you for coming on.
Good. How are you, boys?
Doing well.
Great.
Doing well. Let's start with this SDFC team. I mean, obviously they kind of surprised the soccer world here in MLS when they came on the scene last year. They've come out. They've gotten off to a good start, although the last game against Salt Lake Real was a little bit of an underwhelming performance. What do you expect to see from this team in year two?
It's a great question. You know, I always think it's harder to follow up a surprise and be the unknown, which is what they were last year in the expansion year, because now, you know, there's proof in the pudding. There's videotape. There's, you know, tangible evidence on what to see and try to measure yourself on how to defend them and how to play them. I agree with you. I thought Real Salt Lake was really good on the day. I thought they were the better team. San Diego had definitely had their chances, but in fairness to San Diego, you know, they went to Toluca, played in altitude, struggled, lost that game. So they were a little bit of tired legs. And then coming into the international break, you got guys thinking about, you know, what's next and all that. So for San Diego to still get a result, not being at their best, that's still positive. I said this in the broadcast, and I'll say it for your fans. San Diego, oddly, has not made home field advantage. It's really interesting to me that team only won 7 games at home last year. Yeah. They won 12 on the road, which is part of the reason why they set the, you know, points record for expansion teams and most wins. But you're asking me what I expect to see them in year two. They've got to make San Diego difficult to play. And I think they've got to make that home field advantage a real sticking point. You know, teams traveling, coming there, all of that. I'm a little surprised that they didn't dominate at home, and I think they need to if they want to replicate what they did last year.
Taylor, I want to go back to something you kind of hit on with them going to Toluca and playing at high altitude. I know what that's like playing at high altitude as a baseball player, but it has a lot less exercise in terms of running. What kind of you know, beat down does that put on the body playing a game like that and then coming back to sea level? What is the kind of recovery like in those instances?
Yeah, I mean, the most difficult part's always the second half. You can get through 45 minutes at altitude and be pretty good. It's the second half you hit a wall much quicker than the home team does. And you can even ask, you know, the Denver Broncos players from years past, even till now, they've always felt like in the third, fourth quarter, they had an extra gear that the opposition didn't. Now, you're 100% right. Comparing soccer to baseball is obviously going to be different just because of the 90 minutes continuously running. But then to come back down to sea level, immediately play a game and play it probably 3-4 hours sooner than you wanted to, right? Because of Sunday night soccer and all of that. So long story short, you're just going to have heavy legs. That's not going to last, obviously, through the international break. But the second half in altitude is always the one that just punches you right in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an athlete, let's just say, and I can't even imagine trying to run 90 minutes on an 8,700 foot field. That's crazy. We're talking to Taylor Twellman here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Anders Dreyer announced he was going to be representing Denmark at the World Cup, which was very important to him. And I asked a couple of my soccer friends on the other side of the country about him, and they really didn't know much about him. So my question for you is he underrated?
Yeah, I think he's underrated. You know, first off, he didn't announce anything. Denmark announced that Anders Dreyer will be representing Denmark in World Cup qualifying.
Right.
Let me make that abundantly clear.
You're right.
He's a very special player. I've said this multiple times in the broadcasts I've done for San Diego. I had heard of Anders Dreyer about 3-4 years ago. And there was the European scout was very high on his potential, his profile, all of that. And a lot of people had pointed at him of being someone that could potentially make a move to Major League Soccer sooner rather than later. And I didn't put really, much into it. And then when San Diego pulled the trigger, and quite honestly, a modest $5 million for him looks like an absolute steal right now, and it is. But I would have lost a lot of money if us three would have been talking 14 months after they have their expansion year that we're talking about Anders Dreyer, not Chucky Lozano. So naturally, Anders Dreyer is not going to have the fanfare that a Chucky Lozano and other players have had. However, he's the second fastest player in league history to have 20 goals, 20 assists behind Lionel Messi. So the proof is in the pudding. And I said this on Sunday. I think San Diego's not only got to start now, they got to start for the next 3 or 4 years.
Taylor Twellman joins us here. He covers MLS. He does the games on Apple TV. And Taylor, you start looking at building a not just a roster, but an organization. Development is a big piece of that. And it seems this year the SDFC team has a few of these young guys starting to kind of bubble up and have an opportunity. Around the league, who does the developing the best? Because obviously that's a key to sustaining long-term success if your pockets aren't deep. Who does it well in MLS?
It's a great question. Honestly, it's a wonderful question. It's one of those that we could probably do 2 hours on. When you look at academies, and let me give you a grain of salt before we get into this for 20 seconds. We're still very young in having an idea of how to develop around the world. We are much more extensive, and we've progressed much more, I would say, for lack of a better word, faster than I think a lot of people would have thought 30 years into the league, especially when you consider the first 15 years of the league, there was no academies.
Yeah.
There was none of this. It depends on how you want to define best, right? Because you could say, look at Real Salt Lake, since we just did that game. They've had many homegrown players. How many have represented the U.S. men's national team? How many have been sold to Europe? It's subjective on how you use it, but you hit the nail on the head. And that is this. The way the league is structured with roster restrictions and salary cap rules, you have to develop in order to mitigate having a full roster. You can't go out and buy 20 full internationals. Right. So the way San Diego's going about it, I think that answer to your question in about 4 or 5 years, maybe San Diego. Because if you're starting 5 players at 20 or younger in their most recent game, you throw in then an Anders Dreyer. Let's say Chucky Lozano isn't in purgatory and he's playing regularly. You've got 2 designated players. Then you've got this, real ethos of young plays. We develop players. We begin a player like Zverkov and Ingvartsen, and then 2 designated players around that. You guys are cooking with gas. So the Right to Dream Academy around the world is known for developing players and progressing players and giving them a second phase of life through their schooling and all of that. That answer to your question may be San Diego in years' time.
Taylor, always a pleasure, man, having you on here with us, and we look forward to talking to you again down the line.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
No problem. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor Twellman, MLS color man, as well as covering MLS on Apple TV. Always a pleasure to have him on our show. All right, let's step away, take a break. When we come back, all you gambling heads, this is for you.
Well,
maybe not.
We didn't make any bets yesterday. There's not really any bets today.
Is there not? Oh, I guess there's no games today. Huh?
There's not really any games
NBA?
Today. I'll check
NHL?
it out in the break.
MLB.
There is one.
Yeah,
game.
Just saying.
All right.
Winning Chris.
All right, I'll check it out.
For you gambling guys and gals.
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yep.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was a simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
Well, they could pave that. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt if they can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
No, I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back, and there's 2 left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here, and then the going straight is also red, and that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right, I've got cars on my left, I got 2 in front of me, I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Emergency. Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long
That's a
time,
long
right?
time.
Well, when it comes to the 4th time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, you're right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least, a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like, ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The 2 cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave them the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the 5th time, the first 2 people ran the light, and the next person was able to get you know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know
if the light ever start working.
I don't know if you're at Claremont Mesa and Ruffin Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did? And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there have been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on it.
I think I might have maybe rolled down the window, see if I could talk to somebody, see what else.
See if anybody else was in on it?
I don't think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were waiting for
the light's not going to turn. But that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
yeah, well, you know what? Figure it out.
I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with
running the light,
with
even under these circumstances. Well, I think
not when there's other cars that could actually hit them.
Okay, I think you're right, and the reason I think you're right is because of the 40 to 50 cars that were now piled up in my area behind me and around me. I was the only one honking.
Right, and then
nobody else thought to do this. All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty.
Hour number 2. Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Scraby. Appreciate Taylor Twellman coming on, talking some MLS. We didn't even get to ask him about the possibility of Mo Salah.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll get him.
That's a little bit off in the future anyway.
Yeah, it might be a little bit down the way. Nonetheless, it is the 3 o'clock hour, which is usually Daily Gambit. We do have, seems like enough bets.
Yeah, I made some bets, but before we get into that, Tony,
what you got?
Jason from Epic Wings came down and hung out with us before the show, brought a bunch of food.
We talked a little bit about this in the
delicious.
open. Yes, thank you to Jason. He really a fine gentleman coming down here and providing us with some food. He enjoys the show.
Yeah.
He forces his daughters to listen to it at times. But it was just good.
Yeah, that was the funny story.
It was just good. It was just good having him here, and we appreciate him very much. So shout out to Jason for taking care of us today.
Jason, there's 19 locations in San Diego. You can go to epicwings.com. The breadsticks are made daily. They were delicious. If you remember the Pat and Oscar's breadsticks from back in the day, they're like similar to that. So thank you, Jason. But the story he told about his daughters was great because he was like, they're like, "Where are you going, Dad?" And you're all dressed up because I guess he works at home. And he said, you remember those guys we used to listen to on the way to school in the morning? He was talking about Ben and Woods.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to go get to meet them. And she was all excited for him. He was all excited. But I remember as a kid being forced to listen to Dr. Laura Schlesinger with my grandma. And looking back, that show was not appropriate for a kid. She would always talk about women who like moved in with their boyfriends as shacking up. Remember that?
That is such a in my grandma's era word.
Totally.
Shacking up.
Totally. But when I grew up, that was all my grandma had on.
I grew up listening to obviously Jim Rome.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the dude. And so my dad loved listening to Jim and was on his show many a times. But that's kind of how this whole thing became a thing in my life. So I get it.
Anyway.
All right, let's make some bets.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. It's one of my favorite things when people come in here and be like, "Oh my gosh, I've never met you before, Tony Gwynn Jr."
Our boss just came in here and introduced himself as if he never met me before.
It's very funny.
I'm not here often, if you guys don't know.
You're not.
Actually, that's not true. I'm literally here every day from this year, like mid-October.
This is true. This is true through like early February.
Yeah,
this is true.
Every day.
But then no one sees you for like 9 months.
Yeah, I get it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's that. I just think anyway. The bets. We're gonna make some bets tonight, and the first one we're gonna make is on this Giants and Yankees game that starts at 5 p.m. on Netflix. Logan Webb or Max Fried. Logan Webb -2 on the strikeouts. Tony, who do you think has more strikeouts tonight? Logan Webb -2.
Oh, Logan Webb. Who's going up against today?
Fried. Max Fried.
The Giants can punch.
They got Devers. They got.
I'm gonna go.
Chapman?
I'm gonna go.
Fried.
Fried. Excuse me.
Yeah, with the -2 for Logan Webb, I could see Logan Webb getting 8 and Fried getting 7.
Who they got a lot of lefties in that lineup, right? Lee, Devers.
Yeah.
Why can't I'm blanking on their lineup right now?
Elliot Ramos, is he lefty?
I guess they don't have that many lefties.
All right, well, you're going Fried. I'm going
Fried, yeah.
Rafael Devers, over under 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I'll go first, and I'll just say over.
Hits plus runs plus RBIs.
So he hits a solo shot.
He's got to get more than 2.
Yes. So if he hits a solo shot, that's a hit. A run and RBI puts him at 3.
Under.
Under, he says. Either team to score in the first inning, Tony. I'm going to say the Giants come out swinging. They want to make a big deal or have a big start to their season. Lakers against the Pacers tonight. -8.5.
Let's get back on our winning ways, boys.
You're going Lakers.
Believe it.
LeBron's not playing, right?
What made you say that?
Did they not play last night? I guess they didn't play last night because I thought it was a back-to-back.
It didn't matter. He played the last back-to-back that Chris was in here trying to say he wasn't going to play.
Chris is turned into a LeBron hater.
He isn't going to admit it here.
He will never.
At least
admit
when I'm
it.
around, he's not going to admit it.
No, he won't admit
But
it. It's kind of bad.
Every time he plays I don't know what's going on with my algorithm. I was like, it's you. It's you that's going on with your algorithm.
It was funny as I've told him that many a times.
You create the algorithm.
I'm like,
buddy.
Chris, you're responsible for your own algorithm. And once you click on all these LeBron videos, they're going to keep showing you more LeBron videos.
You keep clicking on the negative ones, buddy.
They're like, oh, this guy loves negative LeBron videos. So you're going to go Lakers. They're playing the Pacers. The Pacers are not great. I'm going to go Lakers as well. Luka, over under 34.5 points, Tony.
Book it. Over.
He's been doing that in his sleep recently. I'll say over as well. We're agreeing on everything except for the second bet. Also, I wanted to do the LeBron points because he did not score a point until like the second half the other night. His over-under for points, Tony, is 19.5. LeBron James.
Yeah, he's not going to do that 2 games in a row. He might have 30 in the first half.
Okay, so you're going to go over.
Yes.
I'm just going to fill Chris's role and be a LeBron hater and say, and you know what he also does? I almost called you Chris. Tony, he goes, well, you hate him more than I do. And I'm like, no, I don't. Don't bring me into this. Are you kidding me right now? Don't bring me into this. All right, if a Padre hits a home run tomorrow, Tony, who do you think hits that home run first? Who hits the first home run for the Padres of the season?
I'm going to say let me pull up my schedule real quick. Let me go to my spring training lineup here.
I'm
going to say Miguel Andujar.
Okay. I'm going to go with Jackson Merrill.
Jackson!
I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like Jackson Merrill is going to start the season with a home run.
I'm not mad at that.
All right. The last bet we're going to make, Scooble. How many strikeouts? Where did it go? I just had it. I'm sorry. I went the wrong way with my scrolling. Scooble, over under 8 strikeouts tomorrow.
Oof. Over.
Padres didn't punch.
No, but this is
Scooble.
Scooble also. Ooh, 9 is the number or 8's the number?
8 over. He has to get 9.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a push, so under.
You can say, okay,
yeah.
under.
I don't think you. Yeah.
I will go under as well. They just didn't strike out a lot. K-Law says, "What is Merrill's splits for lefties?" That's a great point. I just went with Jackson Merrill without looking at splits whatsoever. I have a feeling about it.
They're not as good.
Yeah, they're not as good. But I have a feeling. She says Laureano hits the first home run of the season.
All right. That's not a bad one either.
All right. Well, we did Scooble. Let's go Nick Pivetta. Over under 7 Ks. I'll go first. I'll say he goes over. He gets 8.
I'm going to say it's going to be 7.
So you want to push on both? I'll give you the push on both.
Yeah, give me push.
Okay, push on both. All right. That's it for us in the Daily Gambit.
Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Opening day tomorrow. I have, and you guys know how it's not that I don't like opening day. There's just so much going on.
What time does your day start tomorrow?
It's gonna start super early so that I can breathe. Because if I'm late, even if it's a tick late tomorrow, it's all she wrote.
Do you have any pregame festivities that you have to be a part of? Are we not supposed to say?
No. I don't know. I haven't been told that there's any festivities. If I have it my way, I might just stay in the booth the whole time.
That sounds like a nice time, actually. But then I've been there when like every person in the entire building comes in and says hi.
That's the thing. Game one, no one is everybody's gonna be like on the field.
That's true.
You know,
you're gonna be left
I just
alone.
want to stay out of everybody's way.
Yeah, I think you're safe in the booth.
Yeah, oh no, I know. No, I'm safe in the booth.
Just make sure that Dave, protects the door.
Trust me, you don't have to worry about Dave.
Whenever I open that door,
I try to, on this particular, Dave is a little stressed. So I definitely try to stay out of his way too.
I can't even imagine. One time he told me to go in there and get a wristband so I could get into the clubhouse, and I opened the door and he scowled at me. I was like, "Whoa, you told me to come in here, sir."
That sounds
you
like
told me to.
That sounds like Mr. Marcus.
People really get to know Dave, but we've tried. Dave, he's
smart, man. He doesn't want to. He only wants to give you a little bit.
Because now he's going to start stressing over what stories he wants to tell, all that stuff. If you don't remember Dave, get to know Dave. It was great.
Dave is exclusively behind the scenes.
We're talking Dave Marcus, who basically runs the board and
maybe
produces
not all
Tony
his
and Jesse.
stories are radio appropriate. So that might be part of it. I just also think Dave is, he's a worrywart. He wants it to be sound a certain way, and if it's not, he's just not gonna do it.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Tony, Jesse, I know you guys it doesn't sound good in your ears, but everything's fine."
Let's get to break. We got more Gwynn and Chris on the other side. That sign means there's no traffic yet, but we'll get it to you as soon as we can.
We have a great pool and spa.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. I'm never going to do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Scraby, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. 97.3 The Fan. I'm going to let this go. I can see Tony bobbing his head in the corner, so I'll let this music go for a little bit. Chris Hello is supposed to join us here about 4 p.m. But I've been getting a lot of questions about this, Tony, and I keep telling everyone I know as much as you do, but the question is, who's going to own the Padres? And I, again, say, I know as much as you do, but Dennis Lin came out with something today.
No, not just Dennis Lin.
Oh, and
you
Ken
better
Rosenthal.
give the other guy his respect now.
And Ken Rosenthal.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Dennis Lin did most of the heavy lifting on this, even if I don't know.
It's about time to move on, isn't it? I'm just saying.
I've moved on. It's Chris that you got to worry about.
It's time to move on. It's just...
I get over things pretty quick. But the sinister sling and the article that was written after... One of the worst things.
Time to move on. Time to move on.
All right, Dennis Lin and Ken Rosenthal put out an article on The Athletic saying that one of the 4 bidders of the team turns out to be a group led by Detroit Pistons owner Tom Gores.
Stop there.
Okay.
Tom Gores, Detroit Pistons owner.
Yeah.
Pistons have kind of been a resurging franchise here in the last couple of years. He has
built them back up. They were pretty terrible about 5 years ago.
Continue.
They're thinking that the Padres could sell for more than $3.5 billion, which we talked about last week.
$3.5 billion with a B. Last team, the team with the high mark right now, the New York Mets, $2.4 billion. A full billy and some change over what the New York Mets in that lovely New York media market were able to accomplish.
Yeah.
Just a number in the sky right now, not a real number. It's said could be that much. Continue. Sorry.
His net worth is $10.1 billion. Now here's a
stop there again too.
Okay, I love this.
How much?
10.1 billion.
10.1 billion.
3.5.
He's got some space in there.
He does have about $7 billion of space.
So he's got some pockets that he can kind of maybe stick his elbow in.
Yeah, I think he can stick it. Well, I was gonna say something else, but yeah, he can stick his arm all the way in that pocket.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got deep pockets. Okay. Good.
Okay, let's check the box on him. Deep pockets. Box checked.
Mm-hmm.
Owns another sports franchise that's pretty good. Box checked.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got so far.
Yeah,
so we'll keep going. Well, I should bring this up first because there's a growing rumor out there and conspiracy out there. Some people in town are getting emails from the Golden State Warriors, and they never signed up for any Warriors emails. So
you think Lakeup is somehow
spamming the email list,
pushing his emails from Golden State to them?
Yeah, he took the email list that the Padres gave him.
What would be the purpose
and by the
of
way,
this?
This is a conspiracy.
What would be the purpose of this?
Because he wanted to get more access to sports fans. And
by
so now
sending them
that he's
Golden
got
State?
the Padres email list, he could send them Golden State Warriors stuff.
Dang, so they just handed over the Padre email list. Just he not even bought
Just
the team yet?
willy-nilly.
Wow.
Just willy-nilly.
Crazy.
This is the rumor that's out there. I mean, I will say it's strange that you're starting to get Warriors emails, but I don't know that this is how they're going to announce the ownership of the team.
How many people have you confirmed this on?
It would. There's some people on the internet. I at least
people on the internet.
I know that wasn't a great convincing answer whatsoever. But it was a talk of the Discord chat this morning. It was the talk of some of Twitter groups this morning.
Okay.
I can tell you, if they're announcing that Tom Gores is one of these guys, it means that Joe Lacob hasn't locked it up if he has ever.
But he got the emails, though.
He got the emails.
Got the emails.
Emails are very valuable.
They are. No, I'm not.
They're very valuable.
I'm just saying in terms of actually owning the team and getting the emails, it seems like, I don't know. Go ahead.
Let's talk about this.
Real quick, I think you got to get this piece.
Yeah. Is it the
give
CBA?
Give the owners. Give the possible people still involved.
Okay,
There's
so we
four
got
big names.
Yes,
still.
we got Tom Gores, who we just talked about, owner of the Pistons. We got billionaire Jose Feliciano,
fellow multi-billionaires. They got these guys.
Yes. Let me just read this sentence. Gores, whose net worth Forbes estimates at $10.1 billion, joins three other groups led by fellow multi-billionaires Jose Feliciano, Dan Freakin, and Joe Lacob, still in the running to buy the Padres, according to people familiar with the process. The second and final round of bids is expected in early to mid-April, with an agreement possible before the end of that month. Now, they're saying it could be done before April.
The article goes on to get more into Gores, right? He has a Beverly Hills based private equity firm, something you weren't really a fan of, the private equity stuff.
I'm not.
It's called Platinum Equity. It bought the Pistons in 2011 for $325 million. 4 years later, Gores purchased Platinum Equity's stake to become the sole owner of the Detroit Pistons. In October, Forbes estimated that the Pistons' value had grown from $3.65, while Sportico appraised it at $4.17 billion.
Can I stop right there?
Yeah.
The Pistons are worth more than most Major League Baseball teams?
Let me finish.
What?
Gores also is part owner of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Uh-oh.
Having acquired 27% stake in 2024. So my man's got pockets. I mean, he's kind of dipped in everything. Now here's where I believe we were called what was it, idiots? What was it the other day? We were called not
Steve.
that smart.
No, we were called we're not that smart.
Not that smart, right. The article goes on to say if the Padres indeed sell for more than $3 billion, the ramifications of this deal would reverberate across the industry. MLB's collective bargaining agreement expires December 1st. A record-setting franchise sale could strengthen the Players Association argument that club values continue to rise even without a salary cap. The major change owners are expected to pursue in the labor talks.
Hold on. Steve told us that valuations don't mean cash.
No, that's what he said.
We were told that we were not very smart for that.
No, we weren't.
And I thought about Steve got under my skin. And so, Steve, if you're listening, congratulations, because I thought about it quite a bit over the weekend.
You questioned your smartness.
I questioned my smartness. I went and did some research. Valuation helps you to get money.
Period.
It just does.
Period.
How do they do it on Shark Tank?
Exactly.
You get 10% of my company, you pay, whatever.
Now, there is the other side of that coin is that San Diego could be a one-off, right?
For
in terms of being able to, yeah, exactly. Because you did see the Minnesota Twins reel their offer back in. And
once they found out they weren't going to get enough, they're like, oh, yeah, we do want to own the team.
DC, the Nationals, trying to remember the
I don't remember.
Learners.
Okay.
Learners. They also tried to sell their team for a couple years, and nothing quite came.
What did the Orioles sell for? Because they just recently sold, and I would think that Baltimore is a huge city. You got a bunch of huge cities around there. I would also like to say that KG put on the chat, just want to put it out there that Platinum, Gore's company, is one of the main competitors for Guggenheim. Just saying. So maybe
don't let us
get
it.
Let's go. I don't care if it's an investment group at this point. If you want to put your foot down, KG.
Shout out to KG.
You want to put your foot down? Please do it, Tom Gores.
Hey. Oh my God, that gave me kind of goosebumps right there.
$1.725 billion for the Orioles, which that's crazy to me. That's a city that's on the East Coast that could draw on a lot of fans.
I mean, DC, they tried to sell theirs for $2 billion. They couldn't get it.
I don't understand that.
So it could be that San Diego is just that lit. It's the only place that could get that kind of money.
So when everybody says, hey, they might move the team, no. They cannot move what happens at Petco Park on a nightly basis.
Don't use words like that. I feel like it's bad luck. They can't. Just say
it's not likely that they move the team. They cannot recreate what happens at Petco Park on a nightly basis anywhere else in this country.
And indeed, you guys do that. So shout out to you guys who show up every day. All right, we got to get to break. On the other side.
This is a Tony idea.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a Tony
Matter
idea.
of fact, you should play that music when we bring Dave on.
Okay. All right.
Next day. Dave Vasse joins us. Little Dodger preview on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the first pitch at
Chilling with Matt Scraby. Tony Gwynn Jr. here. Dave Vasse will join us shortly. See what the old Doyers are up to. How might they choke this year? See what Dave has to say about it. I don't know if he'll actually have anything to say about that specific part, but
when in doubt, you can just make fun of him for breaking his arm in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
when he slid down the slide.
I don't, I've given him a hard time about that for quite some time.
He did really, really injure himself too.
I mean, I don't know if they greased that thing before he got on there, but I've never seen a human come down a slide with that kind of force. Typically, adults get on slides is like you getting stuck as you're going down.
Yeah. You have to push yourself.
Dude, he came down that bad boy like they had greased the whole thing. He hit that barrier so hard. Oh yeah,
if you type in Dave Vasse Milwaukee, you will be able to find it. And he didn't he
broke his arm.
Yeah, didn't he have surgery?
I don't know if he had surgery or not, but I know he was broken.
I kind of want to go down that slide, but not after seeing that.
After seeing that, I was like, I'm cool. I don't ever want to go down that slide again. There must be a lot of friction on with the mascot, the brewer that goes down, because he doesn't go down that fast.
That's what Mime Jr. says. Perhaps Bernie the brewer is built different.
He might be. He certainly has a lot more padding coming down there.
He certainly has a lot more padding. That is for sure.
Right now, I'm having a little issues with Netflix, trying to get this thing up and popping.
Oh no! Did we congratulate them too early?
I think we did. I used the QR code. It's not happening.
Let's try it.
It's trying to make me get the app on my phone. I don't want the app on my phone.
Yeah, it says you can either use the app or go to the link.
Went to the link.
Let's go back to Netflix. Oh, it's still there. We're gonna have to figure out how to get Netflix.
Oh, we got time. We got.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. There's not people like us out there that are like, I need to get into Netflix to make sure we're good to go.
You're saying most people hit that roadblock and they say, I'm good.
I think a lot of people would be like that. I don't need to see it that bad.
Go to use the remote up top.
Use the remote. Oh, that's gonna make me type in your email.
Oh no, don't use that. Go back to.
We're gonna go back to the phone.
Back to use phone.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than typing in your email on a TV remote.
It's the worst.
Oh, you got a new number.
Okay, let's try that.
All right.
Talk to the people while
Should we? You know what? Let's go to traffic, and then we will most likely have David Vasse on the other side.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water. Just a few things going on here. A spin out on westbound 8 for the 125. It's in the center divide. Also south 125 past the 8. A couple vehicles involved in this tangle. One's in the center divide. One over to the right shoulder. Reports of a possible brush or encampment fire near the 25th Street off-ramp of westbound King Freeway. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danik with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right. Scraby, do what you do, man. David Vasse. All right, joining us on Gwynn and Chris. Guy I deeply, deeply care about. Dave Vasse. Yes, he gets that music. You know why. He covers the Dodgers. And that is how everybody feels about them. The evil empire. Dave Vasse, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys. Tony, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I do sympathize with Anakin Skywalker, so go ahead, play that music all you want.
Dave, first of all, man, always fun to talk to you. I didn't get a chance to see you during spring this year, but that's all right. I'm sure I get to see plenty of you as the season gets going. That being said,
I can't wait to see you, Tony.
That being said, your squad's coming off of back-to-back World Series wins, not just World Series wins. What is new this year for the Dodgers? We've seen a couple guys a little beat up. Seems like Sasagi's not having a great time, at least early in camp. But I caution everybody, that was a little bit how it was last year. And then all of a sudden he showed up in the playoffs and was throwing pellets. So tell us a little bit about what the Dodgers have going here in 2026.
Well, they signed the most attractive free agent on the market, Kyle Tucker, who, from everything we heard, did not want to be the man of any team. And I kind of saw that this spring. He enjoys just blending in. He wants to blend in, and he is blending in. He's not the guy. He's among many stars in this lineup, and he's going to hit second behind Shohei Ohtani and in front of Mookie Betts, who is going to start the season hitting third. And what Kyle Tucker does, not only he's an on-base machine, but also the Dodgers have challenged him from day one to get back to being one of the better right fielders in the game that we saw when he was in Houston. And that's going to make the Dodger outfield defense, which was a little spotty with Teoscar Hernandez in right field and Conforto in left field, not one of the best by a long shot defensive outfield. So he makes it better by having Teoscar move back to left field. And the Dodgers shored up another issue last year, and that was their closer. They blew a lot of games late. Tanner Scott was right in the middle of a lot of those. And they signed Edwin Sugar Diaz, who closed games in the biggest market under the biggest lights. So that also is an improvement from a year ago that just helps Dave Roberts count outs backwards this year.
Talking to David Vasse here. He is the host of Dodgers Talk on AM 570. And branching off the Kyle Tucker conversation, when the numbers of the contract came out, it broke my brain. So let me ask you if you believe that he got a contract that he deserves.
Well, somebody paid him, and the Mets were willing to give him $55 million. So, yeah, I guess so. I mean, that was the market for him. And he turned down $55 million a year from the Mets, a similar contract structure, and chose to go with the Dodgers because, like I mentioned earlier, him being in New York, I don't know if that would have gone well for him. Him being in L.A. with Ohtani, who gets all the attention, among others, it fits perfectly for him. And I'm sure that was appealing. And he turned down a 10-year, $300+ million contract from Canada. So, there's an argument to be made that maybe long-term security was better than short-term security because he basically has to, earn these next 4 years. And if he does well, he can opt out after the second year of this contract. So, I'm a big believer that if you're offered a contract, you're worth that contract, because nobody is telling any of these teams that you have to offer any of these players the numbers that we're seeing these days.
Yeah. My partner, Dave Vasse.
I mean, I could ask you, is Xander Bogaerts worth what the Padres paid him?
It's a great question. And the answer is no.
Is Jake,
the answer
is
is no.
Cronenworth worth the extension they gave him?
I
would say
yes.
no.
I will say yes about
I would
that.
say no.
Yeah, well,
overpaid.
I would say you're in LA, so you don't know there, Dave. So check yourself, son.
I'm sure he's a nice guy to you, Tony. That's why you love him.
Stop it. Dave, did you sense any hesitation, from this organization? You mentioned that they addressed that closer spot in Diaz. Well, they addressed it the year before as well, and it kind of went sideways on them last year. And they've had some mixed results as it comes to this particular position in signing guys. Any hesitation in giving Diaz the money they gave him, do you think?
They finally got it right, Tony. I mean, this is the first legit closer that you can count on since they had Kenley Jansen, who has 350 saves in his Dodger career, is 24 saves shy of 500 in his major league career. Since Kenley Jansen left, it's been basically closer by committee. And this is the first time since Kenley Jansen was wearing a Dodger uniform, they have a bona fide closer that is ready for the bright lights. I mean, Tanner Scott excelled in small markets like San Diego and Miami. He might have not been ready for the bright lights of LA.
Talking to Dave Vasse here on 97.3 The Fan and the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Let's talk about Shohei here because he's a unicorn, and I was watching him last night. Struck out 11 Angels in the less than 5 innings that he pitched. They're talking about him being an MVP and a Cy Young. How possible do you think that is?
I think it's really possible. Look, Shohei has set out for certain goals each of the last 2 off seasons, and he achieved them. Last year, his goal was to maintain his 50-50 season from the year before and come back and help the Dodgers pitching wise, even though he was coming back from his second elbow surgery. And then this year, this off season, he said that his goal is to try to win the Cy Young again. And before spring training started, the odds in Vegas for him winning the Cy Young in the National League was 40-1. Since spring training started, they've gone down to 30-1. I wouldn't put anything past this guy when he sets out to do something. And if he makes 20 to 25 starts and his ERA is below 3, it feels like everybody is going to vote for him. So, he is Shohei Ohtani, and I could see, kind of like in the NBA, they didn't give the MVP to Jordan every year. They gave it to Barkley one year just to break it up. Maybe they give Ohtani the Cy Young this year and not the MVP to break it up.
You know what I love about Dave? I just have to say this because Dave is very confident, right? He's like a peacock right now, right? And this is what happens when they've won back to back. Y'all should have seen him when they didn't win. He was so down in the dumps. And so it's funny to hear him.
That's when you were playing for the Dodgers, Tony. I was depressed a lot.
So getting to hear him so bubbly right now is quite it's quite annoying, I must say. Dave, you mentioned.
I mean, Tony, here it is. Behind the scenes, Tony is the nicest guy in the world. I always try to set him off and gaslight him, and he never snaps. I've got him close to snapping, but he hasn't done it yet.
He does.
Maybe this will be the year.
He does. He tries to be.
I can see it on his face right now.
Dave, you mentioned Mookie hitting third. Now I've seen Mook doing all kinds of things this offseason. I've seen him on shoulders. I've seen him, doing these look like a little bowling ball pin things he's got going. He's obviously trying some new things after a rough year. And listen, I couched that saying he was sick at the beginning of last season. And I think that really did set him back, and he never quite recovered. What have you seen from Mookie here during the spring?
Well, first and foremost, he came to camp 20 pounds heavier than he was a year ago when we last saw him. And he got his strength back, 20 pounds of strength back. And he said that helped him get his bat speed back. He said he never felt like he had his bat speed after he got sick earlier in the season and felt like he was playing from behind and was just trying to survive. So he feels confident that his swing is in a better spot because his bat speed is back. And he also said his swing is in a better spot than it was in the last 2 years, which is scary for everybody else. As far as shortstop goes, the work has paid off.
Man, he made a nice play
I saw
yesterday.
a play he made. Did you see that play in the first inning yesterday?
I did.
I mean, that is Jeter, that is A-Rod, that is Bobby Witt Jr. type of shortstop that we saw with him robbing Nolan Shanwell. He was on the grass, basically in right field, and he threw a one-hopper perfectly to Freddie Freeman. And he has his own personal goals of winning a Gold Glove at shortstop and getting back to being the MVP of that we've seen Mookie in the past offensively. So a lot of these guys that have won, Tony, it's crazy how they still feel like they have a lot to prove to themselves and to a lot of the doubters out there.
Yeah, no doubt. I think he's going to be motivated. There's no doubt about it. That's a dangerous guy to be motivated. Dave, got to ask you about Roki. He's had a rough go of it early. Is there any concern from the Dodgers, or is this kind of par of the course for him?
No, there's a lot of concern. There is a lot of concern. And to start the year, the Dodgers starting depth is not as deep as people think. Gavin Stone was expected to be part of this rotation to begin the year. He had a setback in spring training coming back from shoulder surgery. Blake Snell's not going to be back until the end of May. Landon Knack, who's one of their, innings eaters, has an intercostal strain. So they're down a few pitchers right now, and that's part of the reason why Roki Sasaki is going to start the year as a starter. And they're going to have guys like Ben Kasparius and Justin Robleski on high alert when he starts next week against the Guardians. But yeah, the Dodgers, when they signed him, there was a commitment that they would try to develop him as a starting pitcher. And they really thought they had a guy that could be one of the most talented starters in baseball. That just hasn't happened yet. Many people around the league that I've talked to believe that he's better suited in the bullpen. So I do believe that Roki Sasaki has until the month of May to prove that he belongs and can stick. If he doesn't, the Dodgers have two options. They can continue their commitment to try to develop him as a starter, option him to the minor leagues like they did last year if he doesn't pitch well. And another option is to put him in the bullpen, where they kind of do have a weakness in right-handed reliever in the 6th, 7th innings. So I feel like they're going to read and react on this, but they gave him their word, when they signed him, and he's not making a lot. People think they paid him a boatload of money. They signed him on a minimum contract, minor league deal, basically, $6 million. So, it's not costing them a lot of money, but, the hype this guy had coming from Japan, we just haven't seen it.
One last thing before I let you get out of here, Dave. I mean, what do you think about the National League West as a whole? What do you think? I can assume your thoughts on the Padres, but what do you think about the rest of the division and the Giants and the Diamondbacks?
Yeah, I'm not buying a college baseball coach managing professional athletes.
Okay, we can agree on this.
I believe there is going to be two wild card teams out of the NL West. I believe it's going to be the Padres and Arizona Diamondbacks, especially with Corbin Burns coming back this year. I do believe the Padres will finish second, but I don't believe it's going to be 3 games behind the Dodgers. I just am concerned about the Padres starting pitching depth, and I feel like that's going to have them finish 7-8 games back of the Dodgers this year.
So it's not necessarily because the Dodgers are going to play to their potential. They're just the Padres starting pitching is going to.
Well, I don't want the Dodgers to win 100 games because when they do that, they don't win the World Series.
I see where your head is.
I'm going with 98 wins for the Dodgers this year, 98, 99, just to keep them under 100 wins.
Okay. Is that mid-range right there, or is that bottom? in terms of the
I
wins?
feel like I'm underselling them just for the fact that
you want to keep them
they
under
play
100?
for October and not for the regular season. So, last year we saw the Angels beat them all 6 times. We saw the Brewers beat them all 7 times in the regular season. So that could happen. And the reality is, guys, teams like that, their World Series is a 3-game series in Cincinnati or Pittsburgh against the Dodgers. That's not the Dodgers' main priority. So that's where I think, the regular season may hold them back from winning 100 games because it's not their goal to win 100 games or break the Mariners' record.
Hey, you wear the villain very well, I must say. Dave, as always, man, appreciate you coming on, spending some time with us.
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. Now, I'll be rooting for the Padres on the nights that Walker Buehler starts, but after that, sorry.
Take care, Dave. Thank you, brother. Dave Vasse covers the Dodgers, the host of Dodger Talk. Good friend of mine. I always enjoy having him on. He does.
Chat's very upset.
He does like to try to get under my skin a little bit.
And he got under my skin too. Chat's very upset that we did that. But I said we're going through the entire National League West.
It's a preview. We can't skip anybody.
Monday,
we
we'll
had
be
to
talking
sit
Giants
through the Rockies. So guess what? We got to do all of them.
Yeah, the Rockies aren't a threat though.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When I didn't know that we had started this preview, and I felt away when I got the text from Scrape like, we're gonna have Pecora on. Yes, so I was like, why are we having Pecora on? We ain't even playing him. He's like, well, we did Colorado. Yes, I was like, all right, well then we got to do everybody. Then.
He did say this in the text because I was just about to skip the Dodgers.
I was about to jump all over. I'm like, why are we just having people on to have people on?
I know Tony's rules. If we're doing an NL West preview, we do all the teams.
Gotta do all.
I could have done without this one. But I'm glad that
it's good to get a little of that in your blood. So it builds up that irritation and that.
Oh,
and that
it's
hate.
already there though.
Yeah, no, but
it's already
sometimes
there.
you need to splash it with a little bit more.
I guess, but I don't want it. Like when he goes, well, this 3-game series is their World Series. I was like, okay.
He wears the villain well. Let's get to break. More with Chris on the other side.
Padres opening day roster.
upset right now. Don't let Dave Vasse get to you.
It's hard not to.
Gotta have like thick skin.
You know what he reminded me of, actually, and it came to me while he was being conceited about his team.
Ooh.
It's like the evil Ben Higgins. Because they have the same sort of like delivery.
That is good.
And dryness
That
to
is
them.
very good. I can 100% see Dave Vasse being the evil Ben Higgins.
Like, well, guys, I've heard, I can hear it in my head, Ben Higgins saying that.
The evil Ben Higgins.
It's totally true.
Oh, wow.
That's
wow.
crazy.
What did my man KG say on the chat?
Oh, there's a couple good things on the chat. One of them said, I'm now just driving around cursing everybody.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Evil Ben Higgins. Wow.
KG said, it's like having your ex-boyfriend over to your house for dinner. Or no, it's like having your wife's ex-boyfriend over to your house for dinner. It's true. It's true. Hey, believe me, everybody. I was crawling out of my skin just like everybody else.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That
That's
is
good
hilarious.
Stuff. That's good stuff.
We should say no Chris versus the fans today. Chris is out, and we also have a way, way better topic to talk about today than Chris versus
Looks
the fans.
like you guys were given an early Christmas gift, I guess.
Yeah, Christmas gift is right. It's not necessarily a lineup, but it's a roster.
Yeah, 26-man roster announced via the Padres. They have released it. Now, obviously, I can't find it. Give me a second.
I got it right here.
You got it? Go ahead.
Yeah, no real surprises before we get into it, but
None.
pitchers.
None at all.
Yeah, Walker Buehler, Michael King, Mason Miller, Wandy Peralta, Jeremiah Estrada, Ron Marinaccio. I didn't necessarily expect him to be on there. Adrian Morejon, Nick Pivetta, Randy Vasquez, Kyle Hart, German Marquez, David Morgan, Brad Gley Rodriguez. Catchers, Campusano and Freddie Fermin.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry.
Infielders, Miguel Andujar, Xander Bogaerts, Nick Castellanos, Jake Cronenworth, Ty France, Manny Machado, Gavin Sheets, and then finally the outfielders, Bryce Johnson, Ramon Laureano, Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr.
I'm sorry. Barry Bonds is on the pregame show for the Netflix. Yeah, Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols.
Hunter Pence.
No, it's...
Well, I know he's on the broadcast.
It's not Hunter Pence out
I didn't
there.
see who it was.
That's Rizzo.
Oh, that's definitely Anthony Rizzo. That's definitely Anthony Rizzo. Has Barry Bonds ever done any analysis like this before?
No, but he can talk. He's good. He'll be fine. I think I just think it's great that, in NBC, you got the buildup that Michael was going to be on like the broadcast team, and then we just find out we get a couple interviews. He's actually got the mic in hand. He looks good. He got the makeup on. I mean, yeah, man, I'm happy to see Barry up there. Anyway,
he does look like he's very happy.
He rides bikes now. Like I follow him. He's like a big biker, like not motorcycle.
Yeah,
biker,
like bicycle.
Bicycle.
Well, then I hate him because I am not a bicyclist fan.
Then I hate him.
Is he the guy who rides like in the areas where bicyclists shouldn't ride?
That I don't.
Is he riding in the groups of 70?
I just know he's he's into it, like for real.
Okay. I mean, he is a former professional athlete. Anyway, outfielders. I guess I didn't mention Bryce Johnson. He is on the roster.
I'm trying to think who's not on the roster that maybe you expected, because Ron Marinaccio, I didn't necessarily expect that one either.
Well, they put Sung Moon Song, as you said, on the IL.
Oh, you know what? Matsui's on the IL.
He
too.
is.
So
Will Wagner's on the IL. Jason Adam is on the IL. Brian Home's going to be on the IL for a while.
So wait, let me pull that back up. Hold on. Where did you get it from?
Padres on
you
Twitter.
know what? I got it on the text. Here we go. So that bullpen is going to change because Jason Adams is going to get healthy, and so is Matsui.
Mm-hmm.
So the question becomes, really, for Kyle Hart and Ron Marinaccio, how well do you throw the baseball?
Yeah. You think David Morgan's got a pretty locked-in slot?
I would say yes. I would say Bradley may not have a locked-in spot.
That's interesting.
He didn't, I thought of the back of the high leverage arms, he probably was the one that had the most ups and downs with
He's
command.
also got the most hype behind him, too.
He does. But, I mean, remember, it's not like if you're not here in 2 weeks that you're never coming back. I mean, it's going to be a revolving door, I think, in terms of what's needed at the time.
what does this mean for Matt Waldron? Because he's not mentioned in this, but Matt Waldron has no options. So that means he has to be.
Matt's probably going to start on the IL, maybe.
Because of
buy them more time.
Because
we don't need to get into what that's why that's because. But otherwise, he's going to be put on waivers. Because he doesn't have any more options.
Actually, I think he did say that he's going on the IL.
Yeah, so they're going to buy some time as much as they can. And the tough part is, Joe's going to come back too at some point.
Yep.
One of those starters got to come off the board. So,
So it's Kyle Hart, Marinaccio, German Marquez. They're probably pitching for their jobs every day.
Yeah.
Because Walker Buehler is going to get plenty of starts.
I think so.
Michael King,
I
plenty
think
of starts.
of the guys who made the team in that spot, they're probably the most comfortable with Walker.
Yeah, they're definitely not getting rid of Jeremiah Estrada, Adrian Morejon, all those guys. So, yeah, there's really only 3 spots. But you got, like you said, Jason Adam, there goes 1. Joe Musgrove comes back, there goes 2. Matt Suey comes back, there goes 3. Griffin Canning also is a possibility at some point.
There you start. Now you're starting to talk about depth. I mean, and that also goes for Marquez too, right? He's got a big league deal. So it's all this is, and it may not even end up being depth because, if you got outs or you don't have to go to the minor league, a guy like German Marquez is not likely going to say, yeah, I'll accept my assignment and go down there when that time comes, if that time comes.
Do you think, you don't know because you're not in his head, but do you think that playing for the Padres, going on the minor leagues and being ready to go for them might be better than going to start for a team like
in the big leagues?
The Tweens?
I'll let you answer that question.
You think that German Marquez wants to go play for a garbage team like the Twins?
You think he wants to go to El Paso?
I don't, but I think that he knows he'll get an opportunity at some point through the year.
I'll just let you marinate on that for a little bit.
I mean, I know he doesn't want to go to El Paso, but there's a part of it that's like he also wants to be on a winning team.
You think? Okay? This is a good question. Do you want to be? Would you rather be on a winning team? No, it's not even a winning team. Would you rather be in a winning organization and down in AAA, or be in the big leagues?
Do I have the opportunity?
Winning organization.
Do I have the opportunity? Am I going to get some starts at the big league level this year to prove myself?
Maybe.
And I'm going to get like 10 starts, 15 starts with the Tweens.
Yeah, you're gonna get you an opportunity.
All right, you made your case. Okay. That's resume stuff right there. If I pitch well, I can find myself somewhere else. You're pitching in the big leagues. Okay.
Listen,
all right.
I know the love of the game is the thing, but that's a lot of money to just be in the minor leagues, kicking it on bus trips or 2 a.m. wake up calls to go wherever you're going.
I see that stuff. That is the stuff I do not think about.
A lot of it is less to do about money and more to do with like travel, amenities that you have as a player.
That is true. You're taking buses.
You're going, forget the buses, just in the clubhouse alone. Like you ain't getting, there ain't no cold, hot contrast or none of that stuff you get at the big league. You got one of them old major league where you start it up like a lawnmower joint, turn it on, and then now you got your bubbles. You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
I don't know. The Padres are in a good spot right now in terms of what they have, but I don't know that it stays that way. I don't know the language in a lot of these veterans contracts.
Well, that's what I was going to ask with Walker Buehler, because German Marquez got a big league deal, as you said. Walker Buehler did not, but now he's on the 40-man roster. Does that mean once he gets put on the 40-man roster, he gets converted?
He gave up his out because he made the team, so
he can do whatever the team needs him to do.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he has other language written later on or whatnot, but
yeah, because he's making, according to Spotrac, $1.5 million, which obviously is not that much, but I think Walker Buehler is going to have a great year.
I do too.
Every time he started, Sam would send the audio back of him talking to the media after the game, and he really knows a lot about pitching. And he said it so many times that it got stuck in my head, but I don't have that 100-mile-an-hour fastball anymore. I have to learn how to pitch. And so you got to think that he is coming into this year reinvented. And you got to think that he really wants to recapture that form without the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean,
I don't know that he's got to search that far. I know he looked really good in spring without the big time fastball. But I think Ruben and him said that they think that they'll be able to add like another mile or 2 miles per hour on his fastball, which is, I think, good considering how well he uses his other stuff. Now, he had a rough one that last outing, but outside of that, he was pretty good.
He was. Paul on the chat says, I'm pumped, first ever opening day tomorrow. Congratulations, Paul.
Nice, Paul.
KG said the Twins owner will provide the freshest cup of noodles in the clubhouse. KG's on one today, on a good one today. Jordan asked, where is Chris? He will be here shortly.
Maybe.
I think he'll be here shortly. And Eric said Walker is a veteran presence in the rotation. And I think that's important as well.
Impressed. I really was impressed by Walker. I mean, he just something about him, man. He just exudes confidence. And he just seems like he's just in a good spot right now. His elbow isn't hurting for the first time in years, it sounded like. So he's in a good spot. Padres surprising me, man. I didn't think you guys would get a 26-man roster.
By today? Yeah, I mean, everything they've been doing is shrouded in secrecy, so I'm very excited. I mean, they didn't really have anything to decide at this point.
Yeah. Adam, Canning, Hoeing, Musgrove, Matsui, and then you, Darvish, on the restricted list. All those guys start the year on the IL.
Have you seen or talked to Joe since he shut it down?
I have. I talked to him.
Does he feel good?
Yes.
Okay. So we're still on the mindset that he's coming back some point.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Let's get the break.
Sorry, I'm giving Tony a bunch of hand signals right now.
No.
I gave him the let's break, no traffic
No
at the same
traffic
time.
right now. We'll see if we get you to do that on the other side. We're Gwynn and Chris.
Major League Volleyball brings the
MLB opening night.
Thank you, Tony. I got my ear thing in now. Gosh.
You're struggling. It's funny.
This left one.
It's you got two different generations up here talking. There's multiple, right? You got Barry Bonds, you got Albert Pujols,
Hunter Pence / Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo and CC Sabathia. They asked CC about the ABS. He brought up the point that, pitchers are going to have to throw strikes more. And he thinks offense could open up across the league. The other thing he said was the thought was the art of catching was going to get lost in this whole deal.
Yeah, he did say that.
And it was, and when CC said this, it immediately resonated with me after watching all of these spring training games. You get a catcher that knows how to present it well, and you get guys challenging. All of a sudden, it could be a weapon, right? You get you to use your challenges on pitches. You think I'm presenting it too well.
I am dying to see how this all works out.
Now,
Chris is under the impression that it's going to be a marathon of challenges, and I just can't see it happening.
It won't happen. It was funny. The last spring training game, or second to last spring training game, Padres were out of challenges in like the first inning.
Oh, really?
Fermin challenged one in the top, missed, and it was funny. It was the second last game, so I got the idea that the Padres were working like a real game management of it. But because it had been, guys had kind of been just challenging on their own when they won it, and Toddy hadn't been here.
Yeah.
He got a call on a strike 3 that he was 95% sure was off. He challenged, and immediately, as soon as he tapped his head, he looked into the dugout, and it was clear that, oh man, we only got one left. I shouldn't be challenging
so
this
he
right
messed
now.
up.
And so he messed up. And sure enough, came back. He was wrong. They lost their challenge. They had no challenges for the next 8 innings. I say all that to say Chris's fear, I think, is going to not come true because of that. Teams are going to be desperately afraid that if they use their challenges too early, even if it's a good challenge, that it could cost them late in games. And I think that's what we're going to see. You're going to early in the season, you're going to see less experimenting, but you're going to see these plans implemented in real time, and there's going to be some adjustments made, I'm sure, as the season goes along.
I mean, yeah, definitely adjustments. And I think teams are going to start realizing, hey, we should probably keep a challenge till the end of the game just in case.
Freddie Fermin had one of the best percentages. Now, his percentages got knocked. Maybe that second to last start, because Michael King made a pitch in the first inning, and he thought it was a strike. And I don't think Fermin was going to challenge until he saw Michael King doing this. But the challenge went to Fermin. It didn't go to King. And so he ended up getting his percentage messed up.
I didn't even know they're doing it that.
So that's my thing, is that pitchers probably won't be allowed to challenge unless your name is Matt Waldron. And the reason for that is the knuckleball. He's probably got the best look of everybody, because the catcher's trying to catch it. The umpire's trying to see it, He's probably got the best view. So he's probably the only pitcher that will get the challenge. But the rest of them are going to come from the catcher, because the hitters sucked. I hate to say that. I was a big proponent that the hitters would be able to handle their own. They weren't.
I think it was
44% they got right, to the catchers like 56% that they got right.
Well, I was thinking this morning, what happens if ABS breaks during a game? Because it's technology.
Just go back to old school, I would have guessed.
Well, what happens if you go to ABS and it's broken? So I looked it up.
Whatever the umpire said, I would assume.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's the umpire's call. So if something like that does happen, where one team challenges and it's broken, neither team gets a challenge anymore.
And guess
you have
what?
to just go with the umpire.
We'll all be okay, because we've been doing it that way forever.
In the 2025 spring training, out of 88,000 plus pitches, only 291 were not tracked, indicating that malfunctions occurred. So it's very rare
What's
for
that
this
percentage?
to happen.
Do we have a percentage of that?
Let me go get my little trusty calculator. Tony and I have been talking percentages all day, and my brain is about to explode. But 88,534 divided by 2, never mind. Hold on. I'm doing my math.
You don't have to do it on the air, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. 0.003?
That don't sound right, buddy. Oh, 0.003%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So 0.3%. Because then you go boom, boom.
Right, 0.3%.
Decimals.
Yeah.
Oh, man, math teachers out there must hate me. They must hate me. I was talking to someone over the weekend.
That's why I had you do it and not me.
I was talking to someone over the weekend, and it was a simple math problem. And I had to start doing it in the air so that I could add it correctly. And they're like, man, that is like less than a kindergartner. I'm like, I know. How do you think geometry went for me? Geometry was my worst subject by far.
Was it?
I could not stand geometry. There's no reason to learn proofs. There's no reason.
There really isn't.
I've never used it.
As an adult, I think we know that very well. A lot of the math stuff that we initially had wasn't necessarily useful. Addition, subtraction,
Algebra
division,
2,
multiplication.
pre-calc, all of that. All I need to know is give me a calculator. Eric says, is how many challenges a catcher overturns going to become a new stat? I guess that goes against their record.
How many are they going to have overturned from the umpire? Is that what the question was?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a new stat. Like your framing is, so elite that you're tricking the umpires too.
Everybody's texting me about this math thing right now. The Hambino said use Chat GPT. Tyler said it is 0.3%. Yeah. It's an extremely rare thing.
Small, but you know what? That 0.3% is going to be blasted when it happens.
It is.
I can't believe the ABS system malfunctioned.
What if it happens at the end of a game?
Oh my gosh! Please don't.
When an egregious ball or strike call is definitely a ball.
Just work in the big moments so that we don't have to all get up in.
Can we go back to the umpire that's worried about the umpire's feelings? Richie Garcia. Number one, who asked him?
Somebody did.
And number two, I don't care. The umpires are the most protected officials in sports. You are not allowed to get any explanation from them.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to even question them. Look what happened with last year with the Cubs and the Padres. Jose Iglesias is serving a 1-game suspension. I don't know that he's on a team.
I don't know
but
if he's serving it, but he's gonna have to serve it.
That's kind of
point.
That's kind of a great way. If you kind of knew you're going out, you're like, oh, I never have to pay off this suspension once.
We are about 35 minutes from opening day in San Francisco. Interesting enough, there are a lot of boats in right field. I don't know if it's because Barry's there and they think he's going to hit. It's really the last guy who was hitting balls into the water. Or are they
it's
excited?
A Netflix stunt.
Are they excited for Rafael Devers to be the new guy that's going to be putting balls into the sea?
You know that the actual guy who's always out there is very angry that all these Netflix people are out
pissed.
there. Oh,
who's
that's
that
Bert
guy?
Kreischer.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is definitely a Netflix thing.
Oh, it's totally. They have a camera on him while he's in the water.
I know it is not hot in San Francisco right now. This dude is.
That's his thing.
No
he takes
shirt.
off his shirt all the time. That's like he's basically freezing. A shirtless guy.
He's feeling. Look at the flags about to fall off of the pole. They're blowing so hard.
He does look very cold. Oh, Barry Bonds is interviewing Bert Kreischer. This is crazy.
Barry's probably saying something, man. If I was still playing, man, you have to be out there all day long.
It does. It's kind of shocking that there's very few home runs that have been out there in regards to how long the park has been there. It's like 100.
Barry Bonds spoiled all you guys out there.
Yeah, I did go stand there one day.
You got to remember that stadium open. He was the guy, and he was hitting balls there every day.
Oh, Trent Grisham is there. That's a guaranteed splash hit.
Trent didn't hit no splashes when he was here going there.
I mean, the wind is blowing out. Anybody gets a hold of one, it's gonna go out.
It's you got that kind of pop, you can get it in there, especially on a day like this. Those flags are like blowing straight out to right center. But the thing about San Francisco, you can't trust the flags.
Really?
Flags can be blowing one way and the ball's doing something completely different.
Yeah, I've seen the Seagulls be confused as well when they're flying around. They're like, wait, this wind wasn't here just a second ago. Anyway, all right.
Anything else?
We got no. I don't know that we could talk about Bert Kreischer anymore.
No, Bert's need to get a shirt.
We do have a big five though.
What do you got lined up in your big five?
Well, we have a couple things. The USD head coach.
I hope we have 5 things.
Five things. The USD head coach actually made his debut today. A little bit interesting. He is also still coaching in the NCAA tournament with Iowa State. MLB.com predicted some things. Frank Thomas is suing the White Sox.
Big Hurt's not happy.
No, Hubert Davis has been fired. And Kevin Porter Jr. wants to do something for Kobe.
All right. Let's get to break. I can't wait to hear what Kevin
Thanks for
Porter
selling
Jr. wants to do for Kobe. More Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris.
Feels like Chris Ello is close to joining us. I'm really jealous of all you guys who are able to listen to this Netflix pregame show with like all-time greats right now. Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols.
Well, it's a good thing that Albert didn't get the job here then, because he wouldn't be up there.
No, he would. I'm sure he would like to be here. Sure, he would like to be here though. Scraby's got a big 5 coming away. What's the update on Chris? I know he
said he should be here during the big 5 as long as everything goes well.
Who is that?
It's some guy from a Netflix movie called Man on Fire. Or,
isn't that the Denzel Washington?
I thought so.
Are they doing a show now?
Maybe. I did love that movie. Was that the one with Dakota Fanning?
Yeah,
where he has to go save her.
Yep.
Yeah, I was into that one. Have you seen the Extraction movies on Netflix with I think it's Chris Thor?
Oh yeah. The guy
Chris Hemsworth.
Is it Hemsworth? What's the commercial he's doing with the
Alexa?
Alexa,
yeah,
rolling the pool cover over.
He's like, ah! No, I love Chris Hemsworth.
It's a great commercial. He comes in with a big old rattlesnake in his head, and he hears Alexa talking, and he's like, "Oh, this guy, she's gonna try to kill me."
He's in Extraction, which is an over-the-top action movie, and people make fun of it because in the second movie, he gets shot at by a Gatling gun in a helicopter, but he ducks behind a ladder.
Oh, the ladder saved him, huh?
The ladder saved him from a Gatling gun. So everybody, but it's really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, traffic is ready, and we'll get into the big 5.
From the 855 Kent Ross Traffic Center. Injured. Check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big 5 starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
2 things before we jump into the big 5. Number 1, on Netflix during live events, they always put the remaining time of the commercial break in the corner, which I love because it tells you how long you have. And the second thing is Luis Ariz is leading off for the San Francisco Giants tonight.
I better hope y'all don't see Luis, man. I'm just saying.
You think Luis? I think the answer is yes.
What?
See a guy who plays with a chip on his shoulder? Do you think he feels like San Diego got rid of him?
There's probably a piece of him that feels like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured
But
that.
I think he also recognizes that, whether it was the concussion that led to it, he didn't have his best year in a walk year. So,
he did say that.
That kind of comes with the territory, Had he had the same season he had the year before, we probably ain't having the same conversation at this point. Padres probably are in a different spot.
Yeah, that is true. Usually when we play Chris versus the fans, well, the last couple of weeks, it is brought to you by Good Guys 25th McGuire's Del Mar Nationals Car Show, April 10th through the 12th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Over 2,500 hot rods, muscle cars, lowriders, woodies, and more. Get details at good-guys.com, good-guys.com. All right, here we go.
Number 5.
J.R. Blount, and yes, it is Blount, made his USD head coach debut today with a press conference. Now, it's a little different for him because he's still coaching in the NCAA tournament with Iowa State, but he says when he takes over USD, they are going to hit the ground running. He also said with Gonzaga moving out of the West Coast Conference, now is the time for USD to fill that void and become a powerhouse in the West Coast Conference. So, Tony, how many years does he need before results.
I'm sorry.
How many years does he need before results? Like, how many years you given him to build this team before you're thinking about moving on?
Who?
Jared Blount, USD head coach.
Oh, he should be given at least 5 years.
5?
I mean, come on, dog.
I don't know why I yelled 5.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, it's okay. Better question. How long did it take San Diego State? Fisher took over in 99. How long did it take before the program? I was here for 2001, 2, and 3. And it was, I would say, I mean, what constitute a change? Like, where do you think at that point you're like, oh, okay, we've changed?
You're giving yourself to win a conference. You're giving yourself a chance to win a conference.
So it took about 4 years before the Aztecs were like
pre-NIL
too. I mean, okay, so there's the other thing. How much money is USD gonna have in their coffers to?
Mark Ziegler said they were going to raise the amount of money. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but they are going to put
Raise
more
it?
money into the NIL.
Okay, great. But so is everybody else in the conference. It's not like you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't. Is that Jameis Winston?
It is Jameis Winston. Sorry, everybody.
I am so upset. I can't see him. Listen to what he's saying right now.
He's doing Netflix stuff now.
I think that
5 years.
I think that would be the time I would give him. He's probably going to be given like 4, maybe even 3.
I was going to say they're going to probably give him 3, but he needs at least 4. I don't think you can do anything to change anything in 4 years.
I think San Diego State
less than 4 years
was in a far better position to make the change when Fish came than I think USD is right now in this environment that he's going to have to make this change.
True. He's got his work cut out for him, but he seems like a good hire. He seems like a good dude.
From everything I heard, this dude is like the reason Iowa State's defense is as good as he's the defensive coordinator, which is probably why he's still helping this team that's in it. And so, yeah, man, I think it's a good hire. Don't get me wrong. I just think they need to give him the right amount of time.
Yes, they do absolutely need to give him the right amount of time. I forgot that
Number 4.
Jameis Winston played a game at Petco Park back in the day, the All-American Classic in 2011.
Stole a base, home.
I did know that he was a...
That's Max Fried on the mound too, by the way.
That's crazy. I did know that he was a pitcher, right, for Florida State. I wish I could.
He had a
just
cannon.
be good at
There's a
one.
couple highlights him throwing from right, like full on shoo.
I can only imagine if he could throw the football as far as he could throw.
Yeah.
Also, Jared Blount, before we move on, girl dad, wanted to make sure everybody knew. He said he's very proud of his girls and he's very proud to be a girl dad. So I thought you would.
Number 4.
You would appreciate that.
Yeah.
MLB.com came out with some predictions for the MLB season, and they did predict the Padres to get a wild card spot, but they also predicted the Dodgers to win the West and the World Series.
Do we have any win totals yet?
Yeah, we've had win totals for a little while now. It's 89.5 for the Padres last time I checked. The Dodgers was like 96.5.
I'm saying low total 88, high total 93.
Okay. So somewhere between there, gets them in
They
the
won
playoffs
90
for sure.
games last
Yes,
year.
they
I
did win
think
90.
I think they're about 3-4 games better than they were last year.
I'm win 100.
Fine by me.
So on a scale, I guess I'm up first. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being no shot and 10 being World Series champions, do we think they three-peat? My scale, I'm going to go with a 3. Just because it's so hard to do and no team has done it for a very long time. I also got to think the injury bug is going to hit them at some point. I mean, it's hit them a little bit in the last couple of years, but everything has to come together to win 3 World Series in a row. And Tony actually did this. So, Tony, what is your scale? 1 to
What
10.
did I do?
1 being no, you tried to win a World Series, like legit. Tried to win a World Series, and unfortunately, you were not on a team that did that.
Nope.
So 1 to 10. Do you think they three-peat? 10 being they do, 1 being no shot.
Well, they got a shot, but I'm gonna agree with you on this one. 3 is the number. I think it's just extremely hard to do. Haven't seen it done since the Yankees.
Yeah.
And everything, I mean, listen, Toronto could have very easily won that World Series. They could have. They left a lot on the table there. So,
Andy Pajas knocked out Kike in left field, and they still won.
That ball, I mean, it just has to fall out of his glove. It's
incredible.
I just think they've had 2 years of really good luck, right? Padres had them on the, had
them on the ropes last year.
By all accounts, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Wait, no, I thought it was last year.
No.
Oh, you're talking about in the playoffs.
I'm talking about the play, which started the whole thing.
Yes, 2 years
right?
ago,
They went on. They had relievers that hadn't done nothing all year. All of a sudden, be the best relievers ever.
Just throwing perfect pitches.
And so, yeah, I don't think it happens. I say it's 3.
All right.
Number 3.
Frank Thomas is suing the White Sox. He has filed a lawsuit alleging the White Sox used his name and his iconic number 35 on jerseys without his authorization or compensation, leading to their, quote, unjust enrichment. Complaint is based on the Illinois Right of Publicity Act, which forbids the use of a person's identity for commercial purposes without permission. Thomas is seeking a minimum of $50,000 in damages plus attorney's fees and punitive damages and has requested a jury trial. His legal team reports that a cease and desist letter sent to stop the production of the jerseys was disregarded by the involved parties. The jersey in question is the City Connect 2.0 Chicago Bulls White Sox jerseys. That's the one that's in question. Tony, does his case make it to your courtroom? I find this weird. Like,
here's the thing.
Do Padres still print jerseys with your dad's name on it and put them down there? Or did someone have to custom order that?
No, they can, but they gotta get old permission from Mom Dukes.
So you guys need to get permission. So.
They gotta get permission. We don't. They gotta get permission.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's tough, man, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of the things that happened with Big Frank, Big Hurt, before he left Chicago. Just type in, hold on. I got to remember the GM's name at the time. Anyway, there's been some things said and hurt feelings that I think probably still linger.
Oh, yeah, that was part of the article, too. I just couldn't go into it. It's kind of like they kind of turned their back on him a little bit after he set all the records of the franchise.
Gosh, yeah, no, I think he has a good case. I mean, you can't print. Now, listen, I don't know what the legality of it is behind the scenes, if he has the rights or however it works. But
the Illinois Right of Publicity Act says that you cannot use their identity for commercial purposes without permission.
It seems pretty
like
cut and dry.
Yeah,
seems pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I agree. His case does make it into my courtroom.
Kenny Williams. Type in Kenny Williams goes off on Big Hurt. And this was what happened, I think, as Frank was leaving the organization. It was, my man Kenny Williams, who was a GM at the time, got in a scrum and just unloaded on Frank.
I'm looking for it right now.
He basically called him an idiot. And
it's always a great thing to do to one of the best players in your.
And so I don't know that there's ever been reconciliation from that.
Do we want to hear it?
Go for it. It's kind of spicy.
It's on the news, so it can't be having swear words.
No, there shouldn't be.
Believe me, it's not easy to deal with an idiot. And this man, over the course of the years, has tried my patience and tried it. And we don't miss him, by the way. And if you go out there and you ask any one of my players out there, any one of my staff members, we don't miss him. We don't miss the attitude. We don't miss the bitching and the whining. We don't miss it. Good riddance. See you later. He better stay out of our business.
He just keeps going.
Yeah, so this was how that ended. And so
that's not great.
And this was what, 2005,
yeah,
6?
This was 20 years ago 2006.
Yeah. So like this was I don't know that those feelings have ever been patched up. You ain't really ever seen Frank, like I don't recall him being around like the White Sox too much since
kind of like Calvin Johnson a little bit. in a way. But Calvin Johnson didn't get called an idiot by his former boss. Like when he said idiot, it was like
there was some that was from the left side of the chest.
Oh man, he genuinely does not like Frank Thomas.
He took his time. He said it's tough.
Well, that was
tough when you got to deal with idiots. It's like, yo,
did not. There's bitching and whining.
It's like, man, you felt that way, huh?
Number 2.
And Frank Thomas is a large man. That would be very hard to say that to him.
What's the product he got on the shelves out there?
I don't know.
Do we see the commercials all the time?
Skechers?
No. It's like testosterone. What is it?
Oh, it's not
Gen X.
Gen X. New Gen X.
New Gen X.
Yes, You're right. I just saw one with Doug Flutie too.
Yeah, Doug's in there throwing the football, man, making him feel good.
Hubert Davis is out as North Carolina's head coach. The school announced last night. Sources told CBS Sports that UNC fired Davis rather than an amicable split via a resignation, and the school will pay out all the remaining money on Davis's contract. His buyout exceeds $5 million. The Tar Heels blew a 19-point lead with 14 minutes remaining against VCU in the first round of this year's NCAA tournament. The collapse was the largest by any team in the first round in the history of March Madness, and was also a third straight loss to end UNC's season. Notably and crucially, the Tar Heels were without their best player, Caleb Wilson, who missed the final 9 games due to separate hand and thumb injuries. I'm up first. Was it time to make a change? I guess when you're in North Carolina, you can't go too far from winning a championship or going to a championship. So I guess so. I mean, all the things that I read said that they had been slowly going down. And his son, not happy. Obviously, his son plays on the team, so he's not happy with this decision. But, Tony, do you think it was time for North Carolina to make a change at coach?
Unfortunately, yeah, because I like Hubert Davis. Big fan of this. Listen, as he was doing kind of the analysis on ESPN. But, when you coach a blue blood school like North Carolina, and even if it's your alma mater, like, there is an expectation that, you go out and win. You do. And he hasn't lived up to it. Sad, but, I can see why North Carolina felt like they had to make a move.
Dominic said that Frank Thomas has big hurt feelings.
He might.
That was a good one.
He might.
Number 1.
Kevin Porter Jr., NBA player, was recently on a live stream, and he shouted out Bam Adebayo for his 83-point performance, but he also said he wants to be the 83 in honor of Kobe. Said it didn't sit well with him that Kobe's 81-point game is no longer one of the best. So, Tony, when's the next time we see a guy score 80 points in an NBA game?
It could be next week, the way these guys score now. Like,
that is, Luka could do it.
Luka could definitely do it. I don't know, man. I mean, listen, Bam got 83 points. There's just nothing that you can say that takes away from that.
Yeah.
But I could see it being done in that same type of fashion again, for sure. Like
50 something free throws
after you've already seen it done that way. I could totally see it happening again that way.
Yeah, I think it's probably more likely to happen sooner rather than later.
I think so.
Because when Kobe did it, it was like, are we ever
Remember,
going to see
Kobe got to 60 in 3 quarters and came out of the game because they were up too much.
Yeah.
He could have probably got it then, but
he's probably so mad. He probably wanted to go for 100.
No, I think they asked him if he wanted to stay in, and he's like, "We winning by like 30. There's no reason for me to be in this game."
All right, well, that is it for the Big Five.
And the 2 days in a row, Big Five has been on time.
It has been on
with
time.
a little time to spare.
Definitely with a little time to spare. Let's see. Oh, Chris is here. Now we can bring him in. I wasn't hearing him, so I didn't want to bring him on, but he says he's here. So, Chris, can you hear us, sir? Oh, he's even on the camera. I just saw this. Chris?
Uh-oh.
Look, Tony, go to the camera right now and see the panic on his face.
See there he is. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I was one button away. Had to hit the input button.
Okay. That's a good one to hit.
I can tell you guys this unequivocally, and then I'll tell you some fun travel stories, but I'm not later than I wanted to be because of traffic. There is nothing in this state. We just drove an hour from the airport to Lawrence, Kansas. we didn't see as much as a cow. We didn't see a.
There's no cows in
We didn't
Kansas?
see- I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero for an hour. So there
Chris.
wasn't traffic. That wasn't the problem.
Chris, have you logged into your Netflix account yet?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Oh, for the ball game tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't, but I've been busy with this, but I might have to get on now.
I think you might. I mean, I haven't got to hear what they're actually saying, but Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols, we seen Rizzo, Anthony Rizzo, and
CeCe.
we saw CeCe on the pregame. I don't know what they were saying,
It's a
but it seemed like
veritable big celebrity night.
Yeah.
Opening night.
Jameis Winston was there as
Jameis
well.
Winston's doing some of the sideline stuff. Didn't get to hear what he said, but
Jameis Winston.
yes, it looked entertaining though. It looked entertaining. I don't know what he said.
Put a couple of hot. Is Gretzky there too?
Might as well be.
He might be. He might be. All right, let's get to break. 5 o'clock hour on the way. Happy hour. Chris Ello joins us as well. More Gwynn and Chris. Geo Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call Geo Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Cello, Matt Scraby. Opening day of 2026, just minutes away. Yankees, Gigantes. Should be a doozy.
I think the biggest doozy was that I got on my TV here in the hotel room and signed up for Netflix, and I am watching the game on a big screen.
Nice. Did you sign up or sign in?
I did not. No, I just signed in.
Okay.
I don't know. I did not expect to be able to do it, but I did it. I'm very, very pleased.
He goes, "You guys didn't believe I could do this." I'm like, no one in this room said anything.
Well, if I would have asked you, taken a poll, will I be able to sign on to Netflix in my room? I think both of you would have voted no.
Here's what I would have said. I hope so.
There would have been some doubt, though, is what Chris has said.
Yeah, there would have been doubt. Come on.
There's a little bit of doubt.
Chris, I don't want to get your take. I mean, not any surprises really on this 26-man roster.
Like we knew it all along, I guess, So, but as you like to say, Tony, and I like to agree with you on this. This is only the roster for tomorrow.
Right.
It's going to be fluid.
100%.
And it could be fluid, like as in within a couple of days. I mean, I don't think Song's on the DL for long or the injured list. Jason Adams will be back and ready. And, so they're going to use, all baseball teams now, this is pretty normal now. It used to be, like you say, you went with your 25 guys and you only really made a change if somebody got hurt and was going to be out for a few weeks. Now, it seems to me the teams use 30 guys, just only have 26 active. Yeah, they may be even more than 30.
Yeah.
So, this is the way it goes. And it's kind of good. I guess for the players, it's probably not as fun. Because, when you get sent down to El Paso just for like a week, right? Yeah,
so
you got to pack your stuff and go down and, and they'll be, well, you'll be back up. And you're like, well, why don't I just stay here?
I spent my 2008 on the shuttle bus, like
on one of those shuttles.
Up
that'd be
down,
no fun at all.
Up and down.
Yeah.
It's not fun, but it is a part of it. And as you said, I think you made a great point. In today's game, you're going to use most of that 40-man roster throughout the year, just with pitching injuries alone, probably.
Yeah.
And in most cases, you're going to use almost all of that 40 men.
Yeah, and like a guy like German Marquez, who's the fifth starter. I don't know what they do with German Marquez. I don't think they send him to El Paso. But when there's a stretch of games where they're not going to use him, why have him on the roster for 17 days when you could have another player, an active player?
That's the thing is you got a couple off days, so there may not be a need to move, depending on how well the offense gets out to shoot. I think, Marquez is a guy who's probably pitching to stay. I think who are other guys we kind of circled?
Kyle Hart.
Kyle Hart probably pitching to stay if
Marinaccio.
he can. And Ron Marinaccio probably also pitching to stay because you got Matsui, you got Joe's eventually going to come back. Adam, as you mentioned, is probably the quickest to come back. And then beyond that, you got a guy like Canning who eventually will be healthy. It's more depth at the in the rotation. So listen, Waldron's another one. He's starting on the IL. This buys them some time because remember he's out of options. So they have to try to figure out a way to get him by. Now it's most likely if everything holds, probably going to have to be put through waivers at some point. You can't keep him on.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Tony. How long can you fugazi this thing? Jason Adam pitched just a couple of days ago. Sun Moon Song was in the lineup a couple of days ago. Waldron came in and pitched, and now you're telling me they're all hurt? I'm not blaming the Padres. This is what every team is doing right now to try and maximize their team. But I would imagine there's some rules in place. You can't just put people on the injured list that aren't actually injured.
Yeah, the thing is with spring training, you can play in these games and not be ready, and so they'll be on the IL. They got the 10 days. Is it still 10 or is it 15?
They have 7, don't they?
No,
Some
it's
are 7 now.
7 is pitching.
7 is concussion IL. 10-day is position player. 15-day is the pitcher.
So Waldron's got 15. Adams got 15. Was there another pitcher? No,
Griffin Canning.
And Griffin Canning might have 60.
Matsui's got 15.
Matsui's got 15.
Yeah, well, Matsui.
So that buys them 2 weeks to figure out what they want to do.
What they want to do, yeah. And they're not the only team doing this.
No.
So this is not a Padre thing where you say, well, the Padres are cheating the system. No, they're well, I guess to the letter of the law they are. But everyone's cheating the system. There's no question at this point. Everyone's got guys. I mean, I'll call out the Dodgers last year for cheating the system for the whole year on Blake Snell and then bringing him back for the last month or two of the season. But
I just saw Jessica.
We can't prove it, but it sure seems like that's what they did.
I just saw Jessica. Yo, I got to talk about this starting lineup. Are you guys watching? Are you watching this, Chris?
Aaron Boone.
Well, I'm watching Aaron Boone walk out. Yeah, run out.
Are you
there,
watching the dancers though?
What is happening?
Yeah,
on a bunch of New York taxis. There's like a bunch of dancers just dancing on taxis as the New York Yankees guys run out.
We have lost our mind on pregame entertainment. We really how this is making the game a bigger deal. I'll never know.
We're definitely going to hear about this tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of complaining.
You're right.
There's going to be a lot of complaining about the dancers on the field.
I want to get paid to do this.
I'm not saying it's their fault. They're being told what to do. So
Chris, look at me. I'm dancing.
Yeah, well,
please don't do that again.
If you're doing that, I'm not looking.
Please don't ever do that again.
I mean, God, baseball, you don't have to try to make it bigger than it is. Just play the game. It's opening night.
Now,
we're good. We're happy. Guys are running out on the field. You don't need this. It's a taxi. What are they going to do on the other side? Cable cars?
They do have a cable car. I saw it already.
The San Francisco side,
To be fair, this is a Netflix production. They haven't done this before. Maybe Major League Baseball will then tell them next year, hey, man, we chill on maybe the dancers.
Watch this.
And the trolley that we had on the field before the game.
The only thing that would have been funnier than this is if they jammed all 9 Yankees into one taxi cab.
Oh, that would be great.
And they
came out like the Kendrick Lamar performance in Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like all of them coming out of the car.
But first, Tony, the taxi cab with all 9 players came screaming into the stadium and busted and did some fishtailing around the outfield dirt. Because that's the way cabbies drive in New York. So we got to set the scene properly before we let them out.
You know who gets the short end of the stick on these opening days?
The
starting pitcher and catcher.
Yeah,
they don't get to run out
the bullpen.
They just have to be doing what they normally do when they do the lineup.
Do you think they're happier they don't have to run out?
No.
Between the dancing taxis?
Everybody wants to run out.
The dancing taxis?
The dancing taxi thing is absurd. That's really absurd. And now the cable cars, I'm sure.
You got Lou the Seal doing a dance now?
The cable cars are on the other side. The players are going to run through the cable cars to come out on the field.
They are.
Yep, they're actually on the cable car. Tony Vitello just had to negotiate the stairs of the cable car to get down there out on the line.
Tony looks like a college coach. The way he's kind of going through the line.
Is he going to call?
What's your prediction? What's your prediction, Tony? Does Tony Vitello make the whole year?
Yes, of course.
Right. There's Luis Ariz batting leadoff. Padre fans will be pleased to see that. Because, the Giants won't be winning any games this year.
I was doing something for Sam. Did you just talk about Luis Ariz being the leadoff spot? Oh, they're not going to win any games.
No, they're done.
They're going to go 0-162.
They might as well pack it in with Luis Ariz batting leadoff.
Who would you want, Chris? Rafael Devers or Luis Ariz playing first base for you?
Well, they can do whatever they want. I don't think Devers
I'm asking you, who would you rather want?
What would I do? I would put Ariz at first. I'd probably put Casey Schmidt at second, so I have a little glove out there, and then I'd probably Devers DH, honestly. Devers is really not a good fielder, but, Giants will do what they want to do.
CBS Sports predicted he wins a Gold Glove this year.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
Who?
CBS Sports, Devers.
That'd be something right there.
That would be.
And these were sort of like
Ron Washington
predictions.
should get half of that Gold Glove if that is the case this year.
Do you want to know something else that's great? Is for the first time in 19 years, the Giants have the same starting left fielder on opening day.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Ramos is a 2-year in a row left fielder.
He is.
Finally.
Interesting.
The curse of Barry Bonds has been lifted.
And how fitting that he's in
the building when it's happening.
Yeah.
He's like, man, the last time they did that, I was the left fielder.
Is Jung Hoo Lee even in the lineup? That's my
He's
guy.
not. He's a left-handed hitter. I don't know why you picked him up. Of all the people you could have picked up that were available.
Well, I'm not going with him.
You just picked up a platoon player. Like, really? That's the best you could do?
And Casey Schmidt is any better?
I didn't say to pick up Casey Schmidt.
Don't be talking about the Aztecs like that.
First of all,
Casey Schmidt
is on my Casey Schmidt was on my team last year because I'm in a National League only league. You have to have guys like Casey Schmidt. You are not in a National League only league. You have the whole baseball to choose from.
I really wish you get out of that league, Chris.
Borderline players.
Can you tell him this, Tony, please?
I really wish you get out of this league, man.
It causes him more heartache.
You deserve to be in a league that has both leagues in it. I'm just saying. This is ridiculous.
It is my one area of heartache every year for sure. And I know it's going to be happening again this year. Real quick, guys, I want to ask about you,
right field.
Okay.
Oh, Lee's in. Okay. You Darvish, though, put him on the restricted list. I read the story, Tony. Am I missing something? This seems like an absolute no-brainer, right? He's not going to play this year, so now you get a 40th roster spot, and you get a little more money to spend. Is there any penalty to doing this that I'm missing?
I think everything that we hear about you, Darvish, is delayed. You know what I mean? I mean, it's already kind of in place, and we're getting the information as the semantics of it kind of come together, right? I think they've already approached it, including Michael King's extension, as they had the extra money to begin with. So I think this is just a formality, basically.
Got it. Okay. I can't wait for the first pitch of the season. I'm sure that there must be some casino somewhere offering odds on whether or not there'll be a challenge of the first pitch of the year.
Oh,
I bet you could bet on it.
You already know. You already know
the first pitch of the
people
year.
Are betting on that. First pitch of the year. Tap, tap, tap.
Give it a little tap, 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 taparoo.
We're gonna find out.
It's probably got to be at least.
It's
got to be 25-1, but I bet you it's on the board.
You should make that bet, Chris, because you are thinking it's going to be a whole game experience.
I think it's going to be a tap fest. Yeah, and teams are going to finally be told by Major League Baseball to
stop tapping.
Keep it at a minimum, and they're going to go, why should we? The catcher's sitting right there. He knows it's a strike or a ball, and he's going to be right 99% of the time.
The things that Chris dies on the hill for.
Dying on this hill for real.
I know. Well, I hope I'm wrong, but I hope I'm right. I hope baseball comes to I hope it comes to a complete halt this year because they're tapping all the time.
All right, let's get to break. On the other side, my partner, Jesse Agler, joins us next. Talk a little bit about his exciting news, as well as
is that news out there to the rest of the people?
Oh yeah, it's out there. It's out there. So we will have him on next. Talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about tomorrow's opening day, as well as his thoughts on this Padre team as we go into the 2026 season. More Gwynn and Chris. Here's some traffic
from the.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on. And he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say. I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a, what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, are they cheesy? No, they're not cheesy at all, actually. They're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it. With dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now, I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the beaver nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the beaver nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name beaver nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the beaver nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the beaver nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name beaver nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth, but if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. San Francisco are the.
I think he's going on to big, great things.
Yeah.
Jesse. What do you mean he's going nowhere?
Not
This
without
guy's
me.
a star.
Not without me. So
not without you.
So he will be here. Let's welcome
He's
in.
gonna be here. Yeah, we are lucky.
My radio partner, Jesse Agler. Jesse, congratulations, my friend. How are you? Thank you for coming on.
I'm doing great, guys. How are you? Very ready for opening day.
Really excited for you, man. That's great news, and congrats. And I just want you to know that I was very close to signing my new deal today, but I didn't want both of Tony's partners signing on the same day, so I left it for you, and I'll put mine off to next week sometime. But just honest, go ahead. I was going to say,
it's
all
like PR 101. You don't want to have to share the spotlight. I get it. Yeah.
Don't want to share the spotlight. When I sign my contract, I want the whole day to myself. Exactly. But all joking aside, all of the fans I know join me and Tony and Scraby in congratulating you, because you become one of all of us in the last several years, doing a great job, and I can't wait to hear more of you. So that's a big deal.
Thanks, man. No, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm the lucky one for sure. First and foremost, getting to work with Tony, but beyond that, getting to be here at this time, in sort of the history of this franchise and with these fans. I mean, it's a joke how great it is here right now. I mean, you just kind of look around the league and you realize how many teams are not in this particular position, and you go, wow. I mean, just to do this job was my dream since I was a little kid, literally. If I was doing it for the most downtrodden franchise out there, it would still be a dream, but to be able to do it in this city for these fans with this team right now is just kind of really beyond what the dream ever was. So like I said, I'm the lucky one, so I appreciate all the kind words, and the opportunity to be able to do this is incredible. So thank you to the Padres and the fans and for everybody who's somehow made this happen for me over the years.
Quick, sorry, Tony, but I wanted to say he said he'd work for the most downtrodden franchise. It's funny because Drew Goodman told us the other day he'd be happy to change places with you. So you can prove that. You can prove it.
You got to get hazard pay to go to Colorado. I'll tell you what. This is the way the games are there. Like, those guys also get 20% more than anybody else just because of the altitude.
Yeah, no doubt. Jess, I don't know how much you've been able to watch of this Netflix production here to start. I didn't get to listen to it with any sound, but at least watching the video, it looks pretty good. I don't know if you noticed Tony Vitello going out to hand the managerial card to the umpires. Usually the first day both managers come out. Not the case today. Booney decided to send Osmus out there. You think that's could be a trend we see here early? Little christening?
That's an interesting one. I don't know. And I haven't seen any of it. I've been running around with the kids, and so I haven't been able to watch it all yet. So you think the other managers are going to kind of make him earn it a little bit and not make him feel like a part of the club? I don't know. Like,
I just feel like it's strange. The first game of the year, you don't come out. Like, that's usually like the one time they do come out, or at least the first game of the series.
Aaron Boone.
I mean, look, like, Aaron Boone is a multi-generational, not only big leaguer, but big league manager. So, like, if anybody, quote unquote, had the right to feel that way, I guess it would be him. But also, like, he doesn't strike me as that kind of guy.
No, he doesn't.
It's good. It's certainly good drama if that's the case. But yeah, maybe they all have like a text thread that Vitello's not on, and they're like, hey, let's screw with this guy all year long, or at least until the All-Star break, or at least until he wins 50 games. I don't know. Like, maybe there's like the other 29 guys are going to mess with him. Although, look, Stammen's a relief pitcher. Like, they could do the same thing to him. Yeah. I don't know. Like, all the managers who are catchers might have a threat. I don't know. I mean, it's look, I said this to you 1,000 times during spring training, but like, I've got the Giants managerial situation as literally, to me, the most interesting story in baseball in 2026. I really do. I think it's top of the list.
That and the ABS system, and I'm excited for the first pitch of the season to see if Trent Grisham or the catcher does a tap.
It was close.
It was close. He didn't do it.
They let it go. Hey, Jesse, when you're this is an announcer question, totally from another nerdy announcer to another, but when you watch a ball game on TV like this, do you ever think in your mind how you might call a certain play, or are you just kind of way past that and you can enjoy the game? Because I find myself doing that every now and again, just saying, how would I have described that?
Oh no, it's. I mean, I wish it weren't this way, but that's the only way I watch any game now.
Okay.
is through the lens of a broadcaster. And it doesn't matter the sport, even hockey, which I've never broadcast a hockey game before. Like I watch it as an announcer through the eyes of an announcer. My brain is working like an announcer. Even like if I'm just watching a baseball game on TV, it's not just what the guys are saying that I'm thinking about. It's, that graphic. I don't know if I like that graphic, or if I do like that graphic. They shouldn't have put that graphic up right then. It's really bad. Like, because you can't just sit back and like relax and enjoy something. So no, I'm in a way cursed, I guess, that way. Like I can now only watch sports through the lens of an announcer, and never just like sit back with like a bag of popcorn and enjoy it like a regular person.
He's not exaggerating, guys, by the way. He's not. Like, we spend a lot of time together before games, and graphics, all of this stuff is running through this man's mind. Meanwhile, he's got like 5 pages of notes on the team that we're getting ready to play as well. So he's not exaggerating at all. Jess, I'm surprised, honestly, that Padres actually gave up the roster this early. We got to look at it. No surprises. No surprises at all. Bryce Johnson, the 4th outfielder. Marquez is most likely going to be in the rotation. A guy like Ron Marinaccio makes the roster. Now, there's some caveats because some guys are banged up and are close to coming back. But all in all, it's pretty much what we thought it was going to be, huh?
I think it was, at least in the last few days of spring training, it kind of like came into focus a little bit. As you said, I think the injuries were a big part of that. I think because you kind of knew, all right, you can probably cross this guy off and cross that guy off. You sort of knew who was next up. I think probably the most interesting one that maybe lingered for an extra moment or two at the end was that 4th outfielder conversation. Jace Bowen, he did everything he possibly could to make that a hard decision for them. But Bryce Johnson, kind of the incumbent, certainly didn't do anything to lose that job. He had a tremendous spring. So I don't think it's a surprise at all that Bryce is there. He had a great year last year. Whenever he got the opportunity, he did what he was supposed to do. Same thing with a great spring. So, but that was kind of the one that maybe lingered longest throughout spring training. But no, I'm with you. No surprises at all. You and I, it became a running joke almost during the spring training broadcast about the lineup every day. I think that's going to continue into the regular season. I mean,
you're right.
The way Craig talked about it today, it's going to be a bit of a moving target, and we'll kind of see how that goes. Let me clear something up, by the way, because I saw a little bit of online hysteria today. There were some pictures from the workout today, and I was down there, of the video board and the lineup that they had up there. And, people saw Sheets cleaning up, and they were like, oh my gosh, they're going to have Sheets cleaning up against Scooble. That was the lineup from the last spring training game.
Exactly.
That was the lineup that was on the video board. It's not the lineup for opening day. I mean, it could be. I doubt that it is, but that was just the lineup from the game on Monday against Seattle. So if we could just put that out there so that people know that. I didn't feel
Jesse.
like fighting online.
Thank you,
so
Jesse.
I didn't want to get into it on Twitter, but just like to blast that into the universe. That was the lineup from the last spring training game.
I love social media because it gives us these kind of things. I just got to say, the first 2 batters of the game, there's been 4 missed calls by the umpire.
My God.
But nobody's tapped anything yet. And I want to just point out, too, guys, I thought this year, because of the ABS, that they were not going to have the box on the screen. But the box is on the screen right now, where the balls and strikes.
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to tell you whether or not
it's a ball
or a strike. It's just going to be on the screen. Like before, the dot would fill in with white if it was a strike, and it would be hollow if it was a ball. But they're not going to do that this year.
But hey, Jess, I got to tell you, our favorite Bill Miller is behind the dish for for this first game. And one of the first pitches to Aaron Judge, I promise you, was at his chest, and he called that bad boy a strike. And Aaron Judge didn't even flinch. So you know that this has been talked about going into the game. Like, we are not using our challenges, especially you hitters aren't using these challenges until we get into the later innings.
And that'll be the fascinating thing. Like, if there are, examples, if they go back and look at this later tonight, right? The Yankees and the Giants are like, man, we could have challenged like 7 pitches in the first 3 innings. If maybe in a couple of weeks, right, they look at this and go, hey, there was opportunity there. Yeah. Like, if we're really, really short, if you're Aaron Judge and you've like kind of proven yourself a little bit, like maybe we'll start to see some earlier ones. But I don't know, because I mean, we saw it early in spring training, man. Like, the hitters were not great at this, generally speaking. So I don't know, but the catchers were pretty good. I've got the numbers written down for tomorrow when we talk about it. The catchers, I think, were about 60% during spring training. The hitters were in the 40s. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. So, we'll see. Like, that's definitely the day one strategy is, you got to save these things for late or for a big moment, a bases loaded kind of situation, perhaps earlier middle innings. But I wonder, like, does that change maybe as time goes on? If like there's a really egregious one, even in a lower leverage situation early in the game, like if you're really super, super confident you can win it, are they maybe going to get to a point where they allow these guys to challenge it, or is it just really not worth the risk? I don't know.
We will find out. Jess, it all begins for us tomorrow. Once again, congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, big time congrats, Jesse. It's a big deal, man. We're really proud of you.
You guys are sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Have a good night, Jess. Jesse Agler there, Padres play-by-play voice. He's here. He's not going anywhere. Sign an extension. So happy for my partner. Meanwhile, let's get to break. We have coasted a little bit past our time. When we come back, what we got?
We're gonna have Chris do some of the talking.
Oh,
yeah, we got I got a potpourri of things saved up for you guys. So
I can't wait.
Sit back, relax.
In the happy hour.
By the way, real quick before we go, I have maybe my most embarrassing travel story ever today.
Can't wait to hear.
And that's saying something.
That is saying something. Did you call something a no boner?
Just wait till you hear this one, guys.
More Gwynn.
By the way, that was from earlier in the show when I was talking about boneless wings.
More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest games down the stretch, Padres talk never stops. Roster moves, injuries, trends.
hurt. That'll happen. I'm really sure.
Oh, you idiot. Typical tandem student right there.
I tried. I wrecked your good job,
Thanks.
buddy.
Fun, huh?
You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. Back here with Gwynn and Chris in the Bill House Studios, where we know how. 97.3 The Fan. Tony getting settled over there. Chris is in his hotel room in Kansas. And I can already tell you this. I hate the score bug that they have on this Netflix game. It is extremely difficult to read.
What are you talking about?
Look at the top of it. Those letters are so small. So small.
Listen, man. It says M. Freed Endeavors. It is small, though. I'll give you that. But I can read it.
It's small, but what else would it say? You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know what it's got to say.
Oh, there's that San Francisco outfield.
We were talking about that earlier.
Good base running by our boy Casey Schmidt there, Chapman. He picked it up. Ball falls in first and third. Gigantes in the bottom of the first against the Yanks.
All right, Chris, should we do traffic first or should we do your embarrassment?
Oh, no. We got to hold up on the embarrassment. Just make the people wait a little for that.
Okay, let's do traffic.
It's worth it, though.
And then we'll go into something.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Rivermark Medical. Well, we have a few problems wrapping up our afternoon, early evening drive here. A crash on northbound 163 before Kearneyville Road. That's over to the right shoulder. Also an accident on the Balboa off-ramp, south 805. And westbound King Freeway, 2-vehicle accident over to the right shoulder just before the 805. Rivermark Medical is conducting a Rapid 3 study for FlowStant, a minimally invasive device designed to relieve symptoms from BPH. Men 45 or older suffering from frequent, painful, or difficulty urinating may qualify. Learn more at rivermarkmedical.com. That's rivermarkmedical.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, it's a couple of travel stories here. I'm going to save the best one for last. I am in Lawrence, Kansas, Coma Kansas University. I haven't seen the university yet, guys. We came straight to the hotel. which is, from what I understand, a couple miles from the university. There's no building taller than 2 stories in this whole city.
Oh.
And in 100 miles around Lawrence, Kansas, there's absolutely nothing. I could not believe the drive from the airport to here. People talk about overcrowding and, people living on top of each other and, there's nowhere to go. Come to Kansas. There's plenty of room for everyone.
So that's the point. You have to live in Kansas.
Yeah, evidently that is, you're 100% right. And I'm sure that the big news here is this whole Bill Self thing. You're talking about the coach of the Jayhawks being rumored to retire by John Rothstein, who's a pretty good college basketball guy. And he writes on Twitter today that Self was going to announce his retirement later today. And Bill Self refuted that, said, no, I'm not. So there's kind of a crazy thing there. I don't know if you've heard any more than that, Scrape.
I think we wait for the next 2 weeks to see if it actually holds or it ends up being right. I wouldn't be surprised. Bill Self has dealt with a lot of health issues over the last couple of years. And so
no doubt,
it wouldn't surprise me at all if he decided to.
I don't disagree, but even if he does, John Rothstein gets some sort of something for jumping the gun and saying that he's going to announce it today.
Yeah, what's with this? Like, can we just let people announce their own retirements?
Oh no.
We can't do that.
God,
no.
We got to know.
Someone's got to get the scoop.
We got to break that, huh?
But it is interesting that John Rothstein, because you're right, Chris, he's one of the most respected guys in college basketball. So it tells me that he knows something.
Listen. A lot of people are getting dirty these days when it comes to breaking these stories, whether you're the most respected or not. Everybody's jumping into this pool of.
What if Kansas paid him to put up this story so that people want him out and then
force him to retire?
And then he will retire.
I don't know.
I don't think people in Kansas want Bill Self gone.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Honestly. But we'll see where it goes. But that's the big news here, I'm sure. It's pretty rare that Lawrence, Kansas is the center of the sporting universe, but maybe a little bit today. All right, so 2 things today on my travels. I'm going to start with the good one first. I shared this with you guys this morning, but I really wanted to thank Patricia. She's a longtime listener. She grew up in Mexico City. She's lived in San Diego a lot of her life, and she played Chris vs. the Fans a couple of years ago. Of course, she won. I've never met anybody who didn't win, by the way. Like, no one's ever come up to me and said, yeah, I played Christopher the Fan. No, you beat me.
Some people will give their record, and it's not a great record, so I appreciate that.
Right. But anyway, congrats. She won Chris vs. the Fan. She thought that was a great achievement. But the more we talked, and she was so nice, we were just out there in the regular terminal there waiting for our airplanes to go and telling me a little bit about her family and how her husband passed about 4 years ago, and it was obviously a horrible time. And she said that, she had to be overstating it a little, but she said that Gwynn and Chris helped get her through. And
That's
you know,
awesome.
When I hear something like that, I'm like started to tear up a little bit, and and then she said, you guys are so funny. And of course, Tony, she pointed to the day that you fell asleep off camera and we couldn't find you.
It was definitely one of our funniest moments.
Yeah. And she said, since her husband died 4 years ago, that's the hardest she's ever laughed. So
I'm glad that's awesome. Yeah.
So to Patricia, and she said she was going to San Francisco to see some family today, but she's such a great listener. She doesn't miss a show. So she's on the app or she's watching or listening somewhere. So I told her we would shout her out.
Shout out to Patricia.
Yeah, you made our day by telling me that story.
That's awesome.
So,
yeah,
that was awesome.
It does really actually mean
it's funny.
Mean something.
We were talking to Jason earlier today?
Yeah, Jason from Epic Wings.
And one of the things that he brought up to Scraby that he appreciates about Scraby is that he is so open about dealing with his addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, for sure.
It just goes to show you, as much as we are up here having fun, you never know what anything that one of us says could resonate with somebody. For certain people, it's your openness about the addiction. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just us being, idiots up here messing with one another.
Talking about back at parking.
Right. Whatever it may be. We try to keep it light for the most part. There are some times where we got to get a little bit more serious, but that's, I think, why we enjoy doing the show. Aside from the fact that we get along great and we have a great time, we do enjoy hearing that kind of feedback.
That was really nice.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you
sure.
so much, Patricia. Now, I've made you wait long enough. This could be my goofiest move ever.
Oh, I can't.
On a
You know what
travel
Dominic
day.
on the chat said? There's no passport required to Kansas, so what could this be?
Oh, right, because I forgot my passport earlier this year. Yeah, no, it wasn't the passport. We got in. Where was I? We landed in San Antonio. Whoever makes these arrangements, I have no idea. But we went to San Antonio first, and then hopped up over to Kansas City. And of course, when I get off the plane, first thing I got to do is a lot of people do. I got to make a beeline for the restroom. And I walk to the restroom, and there's a bunch of people standing around, and it says men. And I walk in, and I go down one side, and there's no urinals. There's just the doors, the closed doors.
No.
I go, urinals must be on the other side. So I go around to the other side, nothing but closed doors. I come walking out. Some lady comes walking in. I'm like, what is she doing here?
What is she doing here?
I walked out, and there was a man standing in front of the letters W and O. And all I could see is men. I walked in.
Did you use the restroom?
No, God, no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
He
no,
ran out of
God,
that
no.
bad
All
boy.
right. I was like, man, that would have been awkward.
No, that would have been awkward. No, I did not. I did not use the restroom, but I was in there for, more than just poking my head in. So that was embarrassing.
I gotta say, I've done that before
Yeah,
on
no,
accident.
I've definitely done it before.
It is such a fish out of water skate. Like, I'm like, get me out of here.
The best hope that you have is that no one walks in
Yeah.
while you're in there.
Because
You're
they're going to give you a look.
Oh, they definitely are.
They're going to
I
give you a
think
look.
most people will give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, you read the song went the wrong way, or you read the sign wrong. But yeah, man, this is I got to get out of here ASAP.
I think I surprised. I think I just surprised the lady so much she didn't know what to say because it just happened. Like she was like, "Wait, whoa," and I was busy thinking she was in the wrong place.
What's
was
she
thinking
doing in here?
What's she doing in here?
And that's when it all came together. There's no urinals, and there's a woman in here. But I'm like, it said men. I know it said men. So I walked out to see my mistake, and that was the issue. There was a guy standing, and I even told him, I said, "Sir, you're standing in front of the W.O." And I went to the wrong restroom.
so you blamed it on him.
I blamed it on this guy. Yeah.
What did he say? Like,
did he look like?
He said, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I'm sorry," and he stepped aside.
Did he look like my man from gosh, what was the Adam Sandler movie? Hit the golf ball.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
He looked like the big dude from Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah,
standing in front
the
of
boss, Mr. Larson. Your ball struck my foot.
That's funny.
Wow.
By the way, Yankees putting it on. Three runs here in the second off of Webb.
Logan Webb plunked Jazz Chisholm Jr. right in the ribs.
And that's cost him because the inning has kind of gotten away from him after that for sure. All right, so that's kind of my day. I will say that we left I recommend to everybody who's traveling. We left at, I believe, 5 a.m. today for an 8:30 a.m. flight, which seems idiotic to me, but that's what they say. The lines and everything are like that. We got through pretty quick because we got there so early, but I do recommend because there aren't a lot of TSA agents working there. Obviously, none of them are getting paid. I thanked everyone who was there for being there. But, the airports are definitely not the best place to have to be right about now.
So how long did it take you?
We got right through. But we got there at 5:25, Scraby. We were 3 hours before.
Oh, my gosh.
plane.
So you just had to sit there for 3 hours?
That's okay. I wouldn't have ran into Patricia otherwise. So
that's true.
Looked at it from that perspective. But, yes, we did have to wait 3 hours for our plane to leave this morning. So.
That is brutal. Man, the Giants are playing terribly right now. They're just throwing the ball away. They just got 3 runs put on them.
I will say this: there was a bouncer up the middle that I think a lot of second basemen might have got to.
Stop it.
No, you say no.
He was playing over at first base almost.
I'm trying to get on a ride. Man, they are just teeing
They
off.
are. I think that's the bigger problem is that they're teeing off on Webb.
One just bounced against the wall. The Yankees are looking like the
and they hit
27
another
Yankees.
guy with a throw.
Was that who's
5
running right
runs.
there? Trent?
Yeah,
5
Trent.
runs. Yeah, Trent Grisham just doubled off the
He
deep
might have just got a
corner
concussion
out
too.
What is that? What's the ruling on that? If you're a base runner and the ball hits you, is it just nothing?
Nothing is live.
Because I thought sometimes you could
They
be
get
out.
hit off your helmet. Not it. I say if the
A
ball's hit.
Okay.
If it's thrown. Oh yeah, he got.
You almost want it to hit you when you're diving
Ooh,
into
look
a
at
base
them
because then it always
alleys,
bounces
boy.
away.
Trent, you headed my direction, brother. You might as well go ahead and cut that off.
Tony's talking about Trent's hair.
His alleys is back there.
Oh, you mean the receding part of it?
Yeah, man.
Well, hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I bald
Even
headed.
you, Trent.
You know
Even
who
you,
hasn't
Trent.
gotten a hit so far, Chris? Neither of our guys have gotten a hit yet.
I didn't know who you picked. Who was
Jung
your
Hoo
guy?
Lee.
Oh, okay. So we're doing a new game this year. Did you explain it to everybody?
Yeah, well, he explained it to me.
Yeah, explain to everybody a little bit.
Maybe,
listeners-
real quick,
maybe
maybe
you
maybe Logan Webb should have took it to the house early too. WBC.
Oh
huh?
man,
What is-
Tony's right about this.
Wasn't you just talking about
I was. You know, maybe Logan Webb's a little tired from
You
the
better
WBC.
hope. You better hope this doesn't be this. This is the results are the same for Tariq tomorrow.
I I said earlier, Chris, I was like, well, maybe Tarek Skubal should have went through with the World Baseball Classic because he's not warmed up, he's not stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened to Logan Webb. Gets 5 runs put up.
I wonder how many games last year Logan Webb gave up 5 runs. I bet
would
you no more than 1.
I was about to say 1 or 2.
Let me go look and see.
And Aaron Judge is up now, so it could get worse for Logan Webb before it gets better.
Oh, he's gonna give him another run. I imagine he's gonna get this run in on third, less than 2.
We got a couple of moments here, guys, with the final Sweet 16 starting tomorrow. What couple of games are you looking at, Tony? Anything jumping out at you on these?
I'm sorry. Judge almost challenged there. It was another high strike, and
they
his
called
hand
another
started
one
to raise, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it."
He's obviously been told he can't do it.
I mean, even at a 5-0, he's like, nope, I better save it just in case.
He wanted it.
Are there any games that we're looking forward to?
No, which ones are you looking forward to? There's 8 great games, I think, the next 2 nights, Sweet 16. But what games
St. John's
stand
Duke.
out the most? St. John's Duke.
That's
Patino.
the one I want to go. Yep.
That's going to be fun. I mean, I hate to root for Patino because he's not my all-time favorite guy. But when it's Patino against Shire the Crier, that's an easy one for me.
I mean, I root against Duke every chance I get. I'm just sorry.
Yeah, I think everybody does. You know who doesn't root against Duke? The referees. They never root against Duke.
No, they don't.
They are the all-time team when it comes to getting calls, I would say. And TCU fans will agree with me on that game last Sunday. I think you got to watch a little. I think Iowa and Nebraska is interesting. Those are 2 teams in the Big Ten playing each other. And, you know, Nebraska's never won a game before. Now they're a game away from the Elite 8. Michigan State, UConn. It's some great games. I mean, college hoops. The tournament is still fun. It's just the NIL, everything around it drives you crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Logan Webb, by the way, gave up 6 runs 3 times last year, but that was the most he gave up for the year. And it came in like.
And by the way, Aaron Judge did not get the runner in from third. He punched.
Man, that guy's striking out at an alarming rate right now.
That's pretty
An alarming rate.
That's gonna do it for tonight. Scrappy Chronicles.
That's right.
Up next,
we're gonna talk about which baseball fan gets the fattest during the year. I found a study on this.
Oh, I know where that's gonna be.
Happy opening day eve, everybody.
Have a good night.